You can't win, you can't break even, and you can't get out of the game. People keep saying things are gonna change, but they look just like they stay the same. You're getting way over your head, and you only got yourself to blame. You can't win, child. Can't break even, can't get out of the game. Yeah.
I'm done with life, and it's all Jermaine's fault. It's always Jermaine's fault. I'm done.
All right, folks, we're here and supposed to have some people coming in. I hope. If I don't get the proposed people to come in, people that suggested it, I will drop the link and you guys can come on up. Let me welcome a few people first. Adric, what's going on? I'm listening. Prince, Brandon. No, I think he's comfortable with us saying it now. He suffered a mild stroke and he's convalescing right now, trying to get his strength back. So that's what's going on. And because of the near misses, we know we want to give him his flowers where he can still hear them, where he can still smell them. So that's what this is all about. So we have a lot of subs together, and a lot of people in the background, like most of my think tank, are actually part of Rom's crew too. So they wanted me to host this. I guess since I have the biggest platform next to his, and instead, so this is just a tribute to him. It's not. I just talked to him today, so he might be in the chat. So he said he couldn't come up and speak, but he said he'll probably be in the chat, so he might be listening in. Hey, Encrypted Wolf, what's going on? Yeah, he's yeah, it was a mild stroke, but thing is that he's recovering. So I spoke to him, so he's speaking well. He's still being a field master, observing and shit. So he told me some funny shit. So y'all put a like in. Supposed to pin his information. They sent it to me, but if you guys are in, if you guys just shout it out. I'll mod you guys up so you guys can put his Cash App and his PayPal into the chat, because this is for him. This is not for me to get paid or anything like that. So Ron was one of the 4 people I would listen to. I always had the jazz playing in the background. Never hollered, always the same menacing tone. Ron told me that black pill on dating, no chaser. There's our first co-host. Okay, Tornado, what's going on?
Hey, what's good, BGS, man? I wanted to put this together for the man. I've known him for about since about 2008. You know what I mean? Been solid all the way through. Heard about the situation, so I said, let's go ahead and put this together for him while he can sit back and enjoy it. You feel me?
Yeah,
So
he said he's gonna listen in. So
yeah,
he-
but we've had a lot of real good conversations, man, from politics to economics to the esoteric stuff, stuff involving street life, things of that nature, not judging women and shit like that. But excuse my language. But
shit. You don't excuse it, man. This is how it is on this channel, man. You can hear anything.
yeah. So I just wanted to put this together. I dropped the link in the chat. Initials MP. Hit
Okay.
Rom up on Cash App or PayPal.
Okay, let me mod you up, man. Do it again so I can mod you up, because it won't show up unless I mod you.
All right, cool.
To type yourself in again.
Let me get in there.
Yeah, because I need somebody to drop his stuff in.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be on here too long. I just wanted to drop that.
Rom's in. Okay, Rom's in the chat, man. Drop your information, man. Your PayPal and your Cash App if you can. So, Rom's in the chat. He's listening in. So go ahead, man. Go ahead and spiel.
No, but yeah, I just want to put this together for the man. Been in the game since before. A lot of people don't know he was one of the dudes that Alan Roger Curry referenced in his original words.
Mm-hmm.
Because the stuff that Ron was doing back in the day. Also, me and him have done business together in various capacities. I won't speak on that too much, not on this platform, but not on a public platform, I'll say. But
No.
yeah, just all yeah, right, all around good dude, all around solid dude.
Yeah.
Uh, you know, just want to put this together for him while he's still here.
And there's a reason we call him the field master too, because he's a general. He's really a general on the out there in the streets. So, and he come back with a lot of information because, like I said, first thing I noticed about Ron, why we got to be cool, is because I noticed he touches all classes. By the way he dressed. I said, okay, man, you go from the street all the way to the black tie. He started laughing. But he does. He spans classes. He knows a lot of stuff. He's actually been a dating guru, a relationship guru since like the early '90s. So he's been in the game a long time.
Yeah, that's something that we touched on when I first saw some of his works, and in the process of us becoming basically good friends, almost family.
Uh-huh.
And you try to look at the unifying principles that'll get you through any door, really, as if you're in the vicinity. Look at unifying principles and expand on those principles. And that's really the reason behind Body Game, because if you don't have a body, you can't communicate, right?
Yep.
So it's all about the fundamentals and unifying principles and being able to connect on an international level and even an intercosmic level if you want to take it there.
Yeah.
Uh,
When you get into the esoteric, yeah.
and that's really what, and me and him have chatted about this. That's really masculinity at its core. It's all about seeing what's there and what unifies everything, because then you're able to take advantage of it for good or for ill. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
you understand energy because at its any core is vibration and energy at any core. If you understand it, then you can manipulate it. You can use it. You can use it for good. Sometimes people use it for not so good. But the thing is it's a tool. If you understand the principles. And he's Rom doesn't talk about it on a lot of his channels. But the thing is, he touches on his principles. You have to really like go into the temple. Rom's temple, if you really want to find out some of the deeper stuff. Okay, he gets mad at me sometimes because I kind of give some of the stuff away for free.
Right,
I
right,
mean,
right.
you see, BGS, you give away too much of that shit for free. Make them pay for it.
Yeah. Well, the thing about paying for it is also because you got dudes that come up on your platform and a series of other guys that will try to argue you down with all the evidence staring at them in the face. And so
Hmm.
it's not even about reality. It's about what people are just willing to accept. And you can lead a horse to water, so to speak, but until the horse gets thirsty, they're not going to drink. Right.
Yeah.
But also one thing I wanted to give a shout out. A lot of people don't know, and this is actually what I showed Rom a while back when we first met.
Yeah. Hold on a second, Rom. Make them clickable links so they can click on it. Okay, your PayPal and your Cash apps. I mean, they can type it in, but if you can make them clickable links, that makes it makes it simpler. So, but go ahead.
Yeah, one thing that I had peeped out way back uh, when me and Rom first started becoming real good friends is I saw some of these PUA guys, pickup artists. They were copying some of his stuff,
Mm-hmm.
word for word. I mean, bar for bar. And I showed it to him. I was like, "Yo, they're publishing shit that they copied from you
Mm-hmm.
directly." And these are, some of your more famous dudes, your Mystery Methods and your Vinda Carlos and these other dudes. And you were talking. He said, "Well, he's not worried about it." I said, "Why not?" He said, "Because you can have a piece of sand, but that doesn't take you to the beach or something like that."
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah, you're right." Because I mean, you look at where he's at now and the experiences he's had, and a lot of us have had in this circle, and compare it to those other guys, and it's like night and day.
Yeah. Everybody, shout out to the field master. He's in the chat. So if you want to interact with him, that's what he's here for, and that's what we're here to actually holler at him and basically let him know how much we actually appreciate him. Because a lot of he helped me push out the octanes because we went back and forth with that, right? Even though I developed it, he helped me refine it into a point where people can actually digest it. So, especially insecure. Okay, that's where we really had our heyday. Defining the classes of women. He said, man, you need to publish that, man, because people have never done anything as far as dating, as far as black dating, as far as class is concerned. So, okay, there's your link for Rom. It's PayPal and it's Cash App, man. So, support the brother, man, because he's done a lot of good work that he doesn't get recognition for. And basically, between me and him, man, we had a lot of our stuff just taken and borrowed and from the white manosphere. And Adrian, who's up here, tells me all the time, somebody just stole your shit, BGS. Especially somebody like RT Rolo Tomasi. Okay. So, so the thing is, we're here to just chop it up with him and basically let him know. Because I'm sorry for the thumbnail because people thought that Ron was bad pass. I said, no, he's not dead. So if y'all thought he was dead, man, that wasn't his intent, man. That was I made a thumbnail that I thought would be appropriate because we want to give him his flowers, and and it came out and people thought that he had died. No, he's very much alive. He'll probably be back on his feet, man, within a couple of weeks, and he'll be back same old rhyme. So, but the thing is, in his stead, man, we need to go ahead and give the brother some support. So if you're out there, man, you got a few coins in your pocket. I don't care if it's a dollar or two, man. We got two or 300 people in here, man. Just cash up Rom a dollar or two, okay? Why he's convalescing, why he can't, he's not able to be on YouTube right now because of the situation that he's in, and for um, and take a knee, man. Send up some blessings, send up some energy so that he can actually recover faster. You know, go ahead, Adrian, if you want to jump in.
Yeah, I'm going to jump in real quick.
What is it? Rom said, "I'm too honored to die." You ain't shit, Rom. But go ahead.
I don't think a lot of people know that Rum's once a month is the real behind the wall.
Yep. Yes, it is.
That's the real behind the wall. There ain't no, oh, let me get access or let me get link. Nah, that a lot of that stuff is just out there in cyberspace.
Yeah, if you pop up and you ain't on the list, Rom can say, how'd you get this link?"
Yep. Yep. And I think with Rom, a lot of stuff that because people don't know that Rom and Kevin Samuels, ARC, that whole group,
Mm-hmm.
they all did things together. And I've been in this sphere almost 8 years now. So, through O'Shea back when YouTube used to link people, through O'Shea's channel, I discovered BGS and Rom, and then I discovered Angry Man, and then BGS brought Kevin Samuels up. So I know it's a lot of Johnny come latelys. I know the Johnny come latelys don't like that. But with Rom and ARC, the stuff that they were saying, if you could apply it in the real time,
Yeah.
it could
Yeah.
change your life.
Yeah, they were the real dating coaches that actually gave you on the ground things to do. Now, a lot of dating coaches, they do what I call what do you call it? Coach. They're not even coaching. Okay, they're cheerleaders. Okay,
You're cheerleaders.
they don't really. Oh, you got to be alpha. You got to be this. You got to be now. Rom and ARC said step one, step two, step three, step four. Okay, it's what you got to do. Uh, None of this that I'm just gonna be me. You can be you, but the thing is, your results are not gonna show it, right? He's the one that always said, you gotta give them something to look at. You gotta be body game, especially black women. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
what is it? What is it that the relationship coaches, that are women, the matchmaking female coaches say the number one thing that black women are looking for in their men, right? Number one is looks. It ain't
Mm-hmm.
money. It ain't money. Ain't status. It's looks. That's the number one thing. Because uh, uh, Rebecca Lynn Pope used to say all the time, got a six-figure guy. He's an airline pilot. He's got all this status, and first thing, say how he look.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know, Scorpio.
Hmm.
First time I ever heard Scorpio. First time I heard Master Yao. First time I heard Afi Kingdom. First time I heard Pimp God. All that was through Uncle Ron.
Through Uncle Ron. Yep. Uncle Rom, he got he's really a black pill dude. He's not really red pill. He's a black pill dude.
Mm-hmm.
But he keeps it under wraps. He keep that smooth grin that he always has. Don't let it fool you.
And when you've
Don't
been
let
in the hey, and when you've been in the field long enough, you will become black
you
pill.
will become black pill.
Hey, no lie, befriending Rom and bouncing experiences off of him. You know, experiences I won't get into. Well,
Yeah,
you guys probably know, but
yeah.
he kind of was like, with me being younger, he was like, "Look, man, consider these things." And as I got out there and did more, not just with dating, but business work, shit like that,
Mm-hmm.
that kind of turned me into, you know, a kind version of a black pill dude. I'm like, yeah, it's cool, but with the body game shit, like you said, the chicks on our side, they focus on body first. And when you work with women from different parts of the world, they're not used to that shit. So they see you out there, and their first frame of reference is Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, 50 Cent. They're looking at you like a chick literally told me, and I ain't gonna get into too much detail, but she was a provost at a prominent university. The chick literally told me, you the total package.
Okay. Yeah. Yep. Yep. I've heard that too. Yeah.
She said, I don't know why these other girls tripping. You the total package. You're this, and this.
It is because that means black women are lazy, and that's the problem. They don't like they don't like to step up and be better. And I'm sure you've had it. I'm sure Asia's had it. You've had black women trying to hold you back because they don't want you to get too far ahead of them.
Why you go to the gym so much?
Yeah, why you go to the gym so much? Why are you taking that class? Okay. Why are you going back to school? Why are you trying to earn so much money?
Why you talk to them? Why you talk to them white women?
Yeah.
But that body game shit is universal, man. I got a cousin before COVID popped off. He was out there in Beijing doing some shit with McDonald's, and he's like 5'11", cut, real cool dude. You know, really wasn't getting too much rhythm in his home city. I ain't gonna say
Hmm.
which one, but he touched down in Beijing and almost needed security. No shit. Women would sneak because you know it's the male to female ratio is not too tight.
Yeah.
Uh, the girls were sneaking to come see this dude.
You know what what's going on with that tornado?
Nah, integration.
No, 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 not integration. Basically, okay, you know what leftover women are, right?
Say that again.
You know what leftover women are, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. In other words, you get to like 20, 27, 28 already. The Chinese guys stop fucking with you.
Nah, these chicks were 2021. My cousin was like 19.
Yeah. He probably he thought so, but a lot of chicks over in their 30s can't get married. Brothers is cleaning up because brothers don't care.
I feel you on that.
Brothers don't care. And plus, you go to a place where the men are smaller and you're right around 6 feet, you're gonna stand out. And if you're cut, you're gonna stand out, especially in Asia, because they're smaller, they're skinnier, and they're softer.
Yeah, I told them, man, just don't make no little babies. You'll be all right.
Yeah, you got to be careful too because if you get with too many of the women, them Chinese guys will come see you.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, they will come see you. First thing, the couple of brothers that went over there, they said, you can these women you can mess with those women. Okay, you get too frisky, we're gonna come see you, and they let you know.
Yeah, when I was in Hong Kong, the triads they were out in front center. Versus when I was in Tokyo, the Yakuza they were more low key.
Yeah, yeah, they're more in your face in China. Yeah. All right. Okay. Is anybody else gonna show up? If that's all there is, I'll go ahead and drop the link and people can start coming up.
But I'll share some body game stories, man. Let me tell
Go
you the
ahead.
story.
Go ahead. Jump in.
So I was out. I forget where I was at, man. A certain part of the city. Didn't have a haircut in like 3 weeks. Was out here looking rough. You know, I stayed in shape, whatever. And I'm walking. I'm about to get something from, you know, a certain store, a CVS, right? This chick comes in. You know, she walks kind of past me. She kind of looks at me, right? The next thing you know, I'm talking to her, boom, boom, and then I'm finger banging her in the damn aisle. You feel me? Chick was a healthcare management, some shit like that, and she was just cool with it. But I mean, shit like that kind of just falls in your lap, and that's just how it works.
Yeah, you probably have to turn down more than you get when you get to that level.
Yeah, so I was at a job, and I was doing this report, this trend analysis. I had a female manager, a little older than me. She did everything but spread eagle on my desk, and while quote unquote reaching for something.
Oh yeah, yes.
And she did, and then she kind of caught herself because people were around. She came back, and then she quote reached over me again, basically rubbing her titties on me,
Yeah, yeah.
reaching for a quote marker or some shit. And this is a 100 octane white chick,
Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes,
married at that. I'm like,
yes.
yeah,
Yeah, you're looking for a concubine. Who's the best concubines on the planet?
yeah. I'm like, I don't know about that shit. You know
Mm.
what I mean? But that was a funny story.
Yeah, yeah. We got basically we're known all over the world as what the best concubines on the planet.
And the other side of the body game
Hmm.
is not just with the women, but when you go out and you meet different groups of dudes, and you're the best in shape dude in the room,
Hmm.
and they can't say if you in a certain kind of room, and Adrian can touch on that.
Mm-hmm.
They know you're intelligent. They know you know how to hold yourself. You know how to talk, and it's no different than if you in the hood somewhere and you on point about where you are and what's around you. Dudes know that you no slouch. You feel me? And it's the same type of masculine communication with men. Like, not only do I technically understand what's going on, but I'm better than you physically if you want to try me.
We carry that reputation too. So the links in the chat if you guys want to jump up um, and chop it up because this is really just a open session, just to holler at it. It's just anything really for the most part because uh, Rom talked about just about everything. So business wise, relationship wise,
Geopolitics.
geopolitics. Yeah, he didn't talk about that as much because because he's connected and there's only so much he can actually say.
Yeah, he's too close to the stove.
He's too close to the stove. Yeah. So
Yeah.
what's up? Say, to be clear, nothing has happened to my thinking. My mind has got sharper. Yep, probably because your ass can't be out there, doing what the field master actually does. So you probably has to have time to think, which you probably don't have much of.
And less time for the loafer.
It is, yeah, the loafer, yeah.
I mean, what I mean, every once in a while on his like car videos, every once in a while he got to stop
Yeah.
because there was a fat ass in his periphery.
Yeah, yeah. When you see him look over his shoulder, there's a fat ass in the periphery, boy. That's why I
Now,
love.
what's the?
That's
Hey,
why.
Oh
That's why I
damn!
love the car
definitely.
video. Yeah, yeah. It. Yeah, that's why you can see his eyes roaming because he's hunting. So that's why I love the car videos best because
Shit.
whereas when he's in his living room, right, it's kind of not stage, but thing is he's there to present, but he's raw when he's in his car. That's why I love the car videos
Correct.
best.
The
Correct.
car videos are
Correct.
wild.
Correct.
See, the car videos be wild. Yeah, they do.
They do be wild, man. I be cracking up because I've seen him. I done seen his eyes dart a couple times, and I'll be like, "It was ass. It was some cheeks." I know. I understand because I do it too. So,
Hey, we all do, but sometimes you gotta be careful. Don't move the neck. Just roll the eyes.
Hey,
oh,
he be
Work on your periphery vision.
Nah, he'd be like Santa Claus, man, checking his list and checking it twice. Okay, I'll be back to see her when I come back around.
Who's naughty and nice?
Well, naughty ain't nice. Yeah.
oh,
BJ, sir. Before we continue,
Go ahead.
first of all, it's still November. Since September, I've been getting annoyed with all the Christmas decorations that are coming out. Can we at least celebrate Black Week, Black Friday, and the gobble gobble, whatchamacall, before? We still got several weeks away
Women,
until Charlie St. Nick comes around.
no, the women been planning Thanksgiving in September, man. So they, they plan like months ahead because they like to celebrate.
True. Well, go ahead, true. But what I wanted to say was like first of all, regarding by the way, to Roms, as we say in my mother tongue, "Mehera Jodokum." or since he's an older so you might not use that term, that pronoun,
Yeah. Yeah.
or get well soon, as we say. So, but I know, like I mentioned, that like I lost my father earlier this summer, but 6 years ago, prior to that, he did suffer a stroke. Now, fortunately for him, they hospitalized him within the 3 hour golden period. But it did take a toll on him. But understanding how devastating, how severe the strokes were, people need to wake up about it. I mean, there's a associate of ours. I know through Snowman, who suffered a stroke, earlier this year, and he's only 35. Think about that. It was a mild stroke, but that was a wake up call for him.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
So
yeah. There's some people that have suffered strokes in their teens, so it just depends on your body, your
yeah,
genetics, and your diet. So.
circumstances. I mean, I've heard of people who suffer eating disorders who
Hmm.
end up having a stroke in their teens,
Yeah.
for example. So that is no joke about that stuff, folks. We got to start help. I mean, earlier this week, I went and got forgot what was the blood test they did for prostate cancer and whatnot.
Yeah.
So came back clear. So I'm doing all right. I'm just glad I just like I don't have to worry about that. But hey,
Yeah, on
always got
that
to get
health.
that physical done. Hmm?
Oh, my
Go,
bad, bro.
no,
On that.
go ahead, turn it. Go ahead, jump in.
Yeah, on that
You
health
good, man?
tip. On that health
Uh
tip,
huh.
man. About a year and a half ago, I had a episode where my heart rate dropped below like 40 beats per minute.
Wow. Okay.
Actually,
That
whew,
that was the thing that you took
yeah,
that caused it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And I blacked out, and I
Yeah.
don't remember blacking out. I went to the doctor.
Yeah.
They
Okay.
couldn't find that shit out, nothing. So after that, I never took another one of them things.
No,
And
no, no, yeah, yeah. That I always say, man. If I always used to tell people, if your job doesn't require it, man, don't take it. And that's what Nicole said. Nicole Ali, when she first looked at it before they even came out, she said, um, these are experimental, very highly experimental MRA, which is genetic manipulation, right? So if you don't have to take it, don't take it. And she suggested if you're gonna take one, it should be the Johnson and Johnson, which is created without the mRNA, right? It's actually the more traditional vaccine, right? So, and what she always said, if you don't have to take this stuff, don't take it because they're experimenting. You don't want to be the guinea pig.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
funny, man, because I just got out of the ER this morning.
Okay.
So turns out it was the flu. It wasn't the big C that we thought.
Okay.
But I said Ryan was talking about how nurses run game. I ain't gonna lie. It was a couple. Hey,
what
I'm
what did- what did- what
telling
did- what did KS say? Who don't mess, who not to mess with, who not to marry?
you, my loafer sense kicked in immediately
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
both my triage nurse and my
Uh.
actual nurse was
Uh.
just
Shaking my head, shaking my head, shaking my head.
man. Look. But yeah, man, I was like my windpipe closed up yesterday, man,
Oh.
when I was
Okay.
coughing,
Okay.
so I couldn't breathe.
Oh,
Oh shit.
Yeah, so
What,
every time I try to cough,
allergic
I
reaction
could.
or something?
No, I don't think, not that I know of.
yeah.
That's not,
But
that
I was,
sounds like an allergy, man. Like you allergic reaction. That's weird.
yeah,
Hmm.
possibly. I don't know because I've
Yeah.
never had any allergies, so it's
Yeah.
something new to me.
Yeah.
But it's like because I was in the shower, right? I
Mm-hmm.
coughed,
Mm-hmm.
and then I couldn't inhale,
Okay.
and then I would try to cough. I was actually gasping for air.
Okay.
So I just thought it was a one off, and then I got out the shower and all that stuff, and I sat down, and
Mm-hmm.
then I coughed again, and my throat closed up again. I couldn't,
Yeah.
I couldn't get air in.
Okay.
So yeah, I had to go to the ER at three in the morning,
Yeah.
and yeah, so they ran a test, they ran a COVID test, they ran a flu and strep, and they
Okay.
said, yeah, you got the flu.
Okay.
I was like, all right, cool. But brother Rhyme, yeah, man, please get well, man. Just you know, look,
Consider yourself fortunate. Oh,
Oh,
he's gone.
yeah. Yeah. We'll be back.
And
Yeah.
if the name of the protagonist can come off, that'd be cool. Osu.
Oos.
Oh,
Oos.
oh. He sound like a Samoan in BGS we said, because
Yeah.
Us is brother in their language.
Yeah. 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 Nameless protagonist, our favorite ninja, right?
shit on top
Oh,
of
do
that.
you know that?
Say what?
I'm sorry,
Say
I
what?
should do that.
Say what? Say what?
I was gonna say
But
on top of the health thing, I started
Hmm.
after my little episode. I really took that shit seriously. I
yeah,
started every 6 months or every year, 6 months or whatever. On top of my physical, I get my blood work done, all my vitamins, all my minerals, all my platelets, all that shit. And look, then I found out I'm not officially anemic, but I have small red blood cells, so I need more iron in general.
ooh, so yeah, you're a candidate for small red blood cells. Yeah, you're a candidate for that. Not taking that thing because that's the
Yeah,
first thing they
All
attack.
right.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I have.
Oh man.
So I was like, damn, like I was talking with my doctor and shit. He's like, yeah, I've been fatigued, even if I'm in good shape, whatever. He's like, yeah, you got small red blood cells, so it takes more blood cells to deliver the same amount of oxygen as
Okay,
another one.
okay.
So
Yikes.
So
yeah,
you're a little bit on the anemic side, huh?
yeah, there's not. I'm like borderline, but it's not official because I'm a man. Because men, we carry iron
Yeah.
longer and
Uh
better than
huh.
women do. So unless we have straight up sickle cell or extreme anemia, it's not going to show up like it shows up in girls.
True.
So
I
after that,
mean,
I start taking iron. I start taking iron once or twice a week, and I've been decent. Been beating the cheeks, nigga, beating the cheeks.
You got to stay out of trouble, man.
hey, don't skip on the. Hey, if you eat fish, salmon's a good source.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
fish, a lot of burgers and shit.
and you got to echo.
Okay, that's encrypted wolf.
Oh, hold on. Am I echoing?
Yeah,
Uh,
it's an Android bug. It's an Android bug. Okay.
yeah, I hit the
So
back button and it
yeah,
closed me out.
yeah. Just unmute when you get ready to talk. Okay.
Mm.
Okay, we'll do.
Hey, hey, BJ. So you
Yes, sir.
remember when you was talking about yesterday on your podcast, and you was talking about 50, 50 and 100, and
Yeah,
pull yourself up by the bootstraps.
yeah.
So we had the whole email exchange.
Yeah.
Found out today, top 10% at work getting haircuts. And when
Ooh.
I say getting haircuts,
Mm-hmm.
they done turned it in not a regular barbershop. I'm talking about the barbershop when everybody enlists.
Okay.
They done
Okay.
cut 30. They said 35% of the VPs getting cut.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
They getting that Navy cut, that Army cut.
Yeah. Because they're not necessary. AI and automation is taking the place of a lot of these guys. In fact, what I forget what company that was. It has a AI CEO.
I sent it to you. I forget the name
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah.
It's out in Germany. I want to say it's out in Germany. They ran a test of an AI CEO, and really what they said with us, they said if you're not on the ground,
Mm-hmm.
you are going to probably get cut.
Yeah.
If you're doing anything, forget DEI. If you're
Yeah.
doing anything that's considered fluff
Yes.
or extra, you
Mm-hmm.
getting cut.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you're making 200K or more,
Yeah.
you getting cut.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yeah. That's the thing about AI. It's uneven, cutting people at the
Hmm.
bottom and the top at the same time. Because I know a lot of programmers have gotten laid off, man, this year. I think it's like 200,000 have gotten laid off. So it's going to be uneven. It's going to be uneven. That's why I said um, even the top, the top 10%, man, there's going to be cuts. It's not going to just be black people. So there's going to be fierce competition for guys. If hell, even making over 50.
Yeah, the union has them pressed so much. Even after having a strong third quarter, union got them pressed so much. Like heads is rolling like a bowling tournament.
Yep. Yeah, I want to make an announcement because Black Boy is doing it right. If you're here to troll, man, this is, out of respect to Rom, I'm not going to go off. But the thing is, we're gonna get you up out of here. So mods, if they talk reckless or they're not engaged in what we're doing, because this is not one of our regular hangouts or regular streams, one of my regular AMAs. Hey, give them a couple of warnings. If they don't, get them out of here. I just put Black Boy in timeout. So for me, his next option is he's going to get bounced. Okay, so I'm not tolerating this kind of stuff tonight. We're here to actually engage because Ryan's in the chat. Engage with him. We talk about the normal stuff that me and Ryan would talk about. So if you ain't on that, you don't want to be on that kind of time, man. It's Friday night. I'm sure there's a whole bunch of other streams you guys can go to. Okay, so if you can't act right, don't be here. All right, continue. All right, what else we got?
Will mentioned something regarding the body game.
No, okay. We talked about the 100% versus 50-50, right? And
All right.
the thing is, I don't mind. If they think because we say that, we're saying that brothers shouldn't go after and work to attain their dreams. Okay, nobody ever said that. Okay, make as much money as you can, get as smart as you can, be as successful as you can. Thing is, what I don't like is saying that your manhood depends on your ability to take care of a chick 100%. It's not. Okay, that's what women's
Mhm.
that your manhood is based on, how well you serve them. And my thing, I said, I don't care if you make $10,000 a year. If you're happy and you're productive and you're happy in other senses, you, I don't care how much money you make. Money does not define a man. Okay, does not define a man. A lot of priests take vows of celibacy and poverty. That doesn't mean that they're not men.
Well,
I agree with.
Freeze dropped a video, and I think it's about 3 or 4 days old.
Hmm.
And Freeze's body game too, but Freeze dropped a video, and he was basically talking about, because you said something which is key. You said they don't want pimps, they just want renegades.
Yeah.
And Freeze dropped a video, and it was like 90 minutes long. I got like halfway through it, and he was just like, "These women see everybody as tricks." He said they see the athlete, the politician, the
Yes.
blue collar brother.
Yes.
He said they come at pimps like they tricks.
Yeah.
And it's like he said they got trick rate vision. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So he said they come in at everybody like that. And
It,
you said when they come back to the table, is this what you want?
yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's going to be transactional, and I think, I, you know, that's why I put up that thing about a stepdaddy union, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to be a stepfather, make sure that you're getting your value out of that chick, out of that situation, right? Don't do this shit for free. I've always said that, right? Rom can tell you. I don't care if it's emotional labor where you have to sit up and, basically let her download on you, whatever it is, get something out of it. Everything that you do or supply, whether it's monetary or not, it's a value to it. If you want to give it away, that's fine. But the thing is, at least know what it's worth. So when she gets upset and start talking shit, basically, hey, you know what? All this stuff I do for you, I said that was a gift. Okay. But the thing is, from now on, it's gonna be a charge, right? You want to download me when it goes past 30 minutes, you gotta feed me. You got to give me some pussy. You got to do something for me. It got to be an exchange. Okay. I always tell guys, I don't care if it's your mother, your sister, your aunt, or your friend, right? I said, after 30 minutes, cut them off. That's 30 minutes of emotional labor. That's for free. That's the consultation for a lawyer, right? To 30 minutes, cut them off. If they want to draw
Mm-hmm.
on for another 2.5 hours, hey, feed me. Invite me to lunch. I'll come over. We can do it over dinner. Okay. Do it over a drink. Get something out of your labor. If you're gonna be a stepfather, you want to be a beta male, okay? I have no problem with you being a fucking beta male. Get some out of that chick, okay? Get some out of that chick. No, we know not. We going 60-40, okay? Because those are your kids. That's your family, okay? I'm here to support because along with working, I got to be there to pick them up from school. I got to watch them when you're at work. I got to take care of stuff when you're not around. Instead, all that has a cost. Itemize that cost, even if you want to give it away. Okay, you don't want to get it away. You put it down on the list, all the stuff that you do. So you get into a fight, say you ain't doing shit, you turn the list over. I told that to my a friend of mine. He was married. Okay, and his wife was bitching about the bill. So he itemized all the shit that she spent and all the stuff that he does. Right. And after 30 days, she started bitching. We turned that list over. Guess what? She shut the fuck up and she walked the other way. Okay. One of the old video, one of my subs said he watches this at least once a week, right? Value your light and attention. Okay?
That's one of my favorite videos, man. I still watch that to this day.
Value your light and attention. Attention, what my spiritual teacher told me like 30 years ago. For a woman, attention is food. Okay? If I pay attention to you, a female, and she says what you looking at, I say that's free attention, baby. Don't worry, I won't give you no more.
Hey, peace to the gods. How the brothers feeling?
And we good, we good, we good.
Hey, man, how you all doing tonight, man? I'm just listening. Rest in peace to the brother Rom, man.
Go ahead. That's
Listen,
encrypted wolf. Go ahead.
I'm just talking about the whole thing. You know, I didn't realize, or it took the manosphere to realize, the black manosphere, how valuable we really are, you know. Because I didn't think, like, man, you earning this much money, you in the top 15 or 20% of all men. Because I didn't think it was no money. You know, the way people talk on the internet, and, you know, I never learned about money or, like, how valuable you were to the workforce and what you do. And it's just like, once you understand that and learn that, you stop catering to women. I don't know, man. That's just what happened to me. I used to be like that too, like just a normal dude that was thinking like, yeah, man.
Okay, he dropped out.
But I don't know, man. I just be confused about it a lot of times. I'm not paying 100% of nothing.
Because we're socialized, you know. When I put up the thing about the Winter Soldier chip, right? It's not to denigrate you. It's actually to let you know what's going on inside your head, right? So when you get ready to do that shit, you turn that chip off.
You know, because we was always told like, you the man, you pay the big bill.
Yes.
So in all the situations, I was like, I've even been in situations where I was with women, and they made more money than me, and I
Right.
still paid the big bills. You
Yes.
know what I mean? And it didn't make a difference. And it's like once I reached the point in my life I'm at now, it's like, all right, I'm actually cool. I'm better off single than with a woman. I'm better off.
Well, the thing is, if you're with a woman, you got to be with her for a reason, not just to be with her. You know, a lot of guys want to be with a woman because I'm lonely. Okay, if that's all you
Well,
with her for,
I,
then you need to reassess what why you with her. Okay, she's the
I
wrong
mean,
woman.
I'm even reevaluating my tricking. Like I used to think like if you paid for sex, you a trick. Now I'm thinking like, nigga, I could just pay this little $150
Well,
and go about my business.
well,
Yeah.
a lot of guys are not comfortable with that. So I don't frown upon it, but I don't encourage it either because a lot of guys they're not comfortable with it. They're not socialized to actually do that kind of
No, I wasn't.
emotionally not ready to do
I'm
that
so
kind of
used to
stuff.
getting it. I'm so used to thinking
Okay, you dropping in
to
and out.
think I'm getting it for free, taking them out to eat and chilling with them. And I started thinking like, man, I spent $400 last weekend.
Yeah,
Like,
you
you know
know,
what
you
I
know.
mean?
Excuse me, G.
Go ahead, Nema.
I'm sorry. G,
But
pull over, man. Pull over.
What's up,
5
Neyma? What's up,
blaring.
Neyma?
5 is blaring, man. Look at the bottom of the corner. 5 on you. 5 telling you to pull over, man.
No, but I just like it was just weird because I didn't think of myself as being a high earning individual.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I didn't understand like, okay, $70,000 a year is a lot of money. But the way people make it seem is like you making pennies. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just thinking
yeah,
in my head, I'm seeing y'all checks, and my check is 3-4 times your check per week though. Like my earnings per week is your earnings for 3 weeks.
yeah.
As far as dealing with these women, whether they got degrees, like I'm not, a master of the universe per se, but I do pretty good for myself.
Hmm.
And like since I've been, cognizant, like okay, you're not struggling at all. You can afford everything you need to the point now where I'm paying for my own education. It's like a woman actually slows me down and hinders me because they always want you to pay for their shit.
Yeah, and they've been socialized to do that, man. You've been socialized to serve, and they've been socialized to receive and manage. Okay,
Oh no,
you know.
but that's what I'm saying. I stopped
You
doing
gotta
that.
drop down so I can
Like
hear you.
Oh, oh, uh,
the last couple years,
huh.
I haven't been taking women on dates. I haven't been doing none of that. And they crying like, you don't even want to do this, and you got the money to do this. I'm like, how you know how much money I got?
They always
Like,
know how much money you got
yeah, you a truck driver, you got money. How do you know? Like,
because their girlfriends told them how much you make.
I
They
mean,
pass information around about how much you. There's two things a woman knows, man: how much money you make and where she fits in the spectrum, right? That's what I was saying about to I was saying this to Toya, right? Women know exactly where they fit, right? Because they walk into a room, they're looking to see where they fit in the pecking order, right? So when a woman says, "I think I'm a 10," I always tell them bullshit. Okay, you know exactly where you fit in the pecking order. You know if
That,
you're a 10.
that is straight facts, man. I knew this. I was, went over to a university with a lot of black chicks that they used to talk like that. And we had transfer students, man. There was this one chick. Uh, she must have been Yugoslavian or some shit like that.
Uh
I
huh.
don't, I don't remember, man. She was about 5'9",
Yeah.
double D's,
Yeah.
light green eyes,
Yeah.
long brown hair.
Oh
Had
yeah.
a ass.
She was a model, huh? Yeah.
She had an ass on her before BBLs were a thing, nigga.
Hmm.
And when she came in the room, you could see the women just kind of looking at her up and down, like,
Yeah,
huh.
and shrink back because they couldn't compete. Yeah.
And she was the sweetest person ever.
Yep. 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 Jump in,
What's up?
Charles.
What's up? People ask me who am I. I'm like Bruce Wayne,
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Well, but basically, if you can go get your kid without going to court, man, you that nigga. And Charles said, how do you get your son, Charles? I just walk in and got him, say he's coming with me. So
Well, I'm the goddamn policeman, right? Like goddamn policeman.
and,
Okay,
she-
let's do a whoop for my boy Ron with
and
one.
all she could do is get his clothes. Wait, go ahead.
You gotta say it. That bitch acquiesced. We gotta do a whoop for my boy Ron. Heal up good, Ron. Heal up good. 1, 2, 3. Woo!
Oh
Woo!
yeah. Oh,
Oh man, it's funny because I'm out here working my business before I go to work later. Yeah, they can wait. Shit, I gotta make my money, my other money. My lieutenant already knows, so shit.
But what's interesting, BGS, I wanted to talk about tonight is,
Uh
like, I've had multiple women this year ask me to have babies with them, man.
huh. Don't fall in that
Like
trap,
3
man.
women, like, can you just have a
Don't don't
baby with me?
don't fall in
Like,
that trap. What? How old were they?
one was 34,
Yep.
the other one 28, and the other one 33.
Okay. Basically, the 33 and 34, they use they're doing what I call buzzer beaters. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, because I turned 34 last Saturday.
Oh,
Okay.
you talk about Jordan back in the day,
Yeah.
the fadeaway.
Nah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
No,
they
I'm
get
not.
me like, I
No,
know,
I'm talking about Jerry West back in 1970, man,
Oh
from
shit,
55 feet.
this motherfucker emblem
but,
I'm talking about logo type shot, man, from
logo
backcourt.
but
emblem.
well, I mean, that's why I had so much victory all like a couple years. I was like, man, these women is lying because in real life, these bitches is asking me for babies. They asking me to move in with them.
Oh
They
yeah.
asking me to do all this shit. But on the internet, they tough as hell.
Hey, nigga, it's called the table, sir.
And I kicked that
It's called
motherfucker.
it's called negotiation. But ain't no table. Okay, ain't no table. You know.
I
Man,
remember.
fuck a table, man. I got a homeboy. He got 3 baby mamas and 4 kids, and he just married a Dominican chick. And she is the happiest. She's the happiest chick ever. She's like I forget what she does, but he's happy. She's happy. They had a daughter, and he's like, yeah, man, I'm good out here. And this is a nigga that people would call Pookie and Ray Ray and shit. But he's a good dude though. He's not like on some other shit.
Yeah, but the thing is, he's got a traditional woman. That's the difference. And he doesn't have a Klingon.
Yeah, she's cool as hell too,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Is that relationship
Hey,
here?
BGS.
One at a time. Go ahead, Lewis.
Hey, what's up, everybody? First of all, how y'all doing?
Okay.
Um,
Say,
I
say hello to the field master. He's in the chat.
oh, hey, what's up, Rom? Hope you get better soon, bro. My hopes and my prayers are with you, man.
All right.
Ron's like a superhero, man. He probably got a whole harem, The real is clean, your highness.
Ron reminds me of that guy in a Richard Pryor joke, right? When we came in and found his found his wife getting fucked by another dude, right? And he said that nigga hit me. Okay, he said I was real strong in them days, and so I shot that nigga in the ass, and he just crawled off, right? Too honorary to die. But now I said he too honorary to die. And I started laughing. Okay, he probably said my bad before he walked out the door. Anyhow, man, go ahead.
Hey, Charles,
Hey,
you there?
go ahead, Lewis. Go ahead, Adrian, and then Lewis.
So Charles, you know with Naruto how they got the 5 Kage summit.
Mm-hmm.
So Rom, I have a 5 Kage Summit. It'll be BGS. It'll be Rom. It'll be AR. I mean, I'm talking about behind his wall. So
Mhm.
it'll be Cousin T, be BGS. It'll be Rom. It'll be Master Yao. It'll be Afi Kingdom. Sometimes you might see ARC. The late great ARC has been behind there. So it's been like 5 or 6, which you would say Kage level guys behind the wall, behind the Zoom.
You know, I need to be up in that
What
guy.
about Pimp God?
I need to get up there.
Yeah,
There.
he's
Pimp
been up
God.
there. Yeah, he's
Actually,
been through there.
there actually was one with Pimp God and Dr. T at the same time with
Yep.
Uncle Ron. Yeah.
Yep.
I need to be up in that summit, and I need to link up with Ron since we like not that far from each other.
Hey, Ron. Hey, Ron. When you're too honored to die, when you say "my bad,"
You know,
he knows
Man.
exactly what I'm talking about.
you know what's really messed up though? It's like,
What's that?
you know, we were having a conversation while we work in the jazz club tonight, and the guy said, I said, the doctor put me back on those shots. You know what shots I'm talking about.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. So
Swear to
so
God.
so
Better-
basically, there's not enough peace leave for you to go through after the shots, huh?
Oh no, dig harder than the jail sentence,
Yeah. I
man.
know. Yeah.
Shit. I mean, goddamn, it's like it's funny because I'm already like okay,
Yeah.
I'm more energetic. I still can lift like 60-pound dumbbells. I went to some friend's house and I grabbed the 80s and I was like, oh, haven't done this in a while. Still could curl. And then all these exes and girls that I know from the past are calling back. I said, Jesus Christ. I need to get in that summit, man.
I ain't,
Man.
all I do is holler at him, man.
Oh yeah, come on, special guest Charles Faulkner Jr. What's your
Oh, well,
Man.
why you here, Charles? Okay, there's two things I want to ask you about. Right, one is about Draymond Green and the chokehold. Okay,
hmm
what do you think? Okay,
Give me the synopsis of it.
in other words, basically the two players got into a scuffle. Right, you know how teammates jump in to kind of separate them.
Oh yeah, that's normal.
That's normal, right? So I forget the center's name, right? He comes in and break up.
Rudy Gobert.
Gobert actually jumped in and actually break up the fight, right? And Draymond Green comes in and do a flying tackle, man, grabs Gobert by his throat and puts him in a chokehold, right?
Real
Okay,
nigga.
a rear naked chokehold, right?
hmm
And I'm when I saw, I said, man, I said that's fucking dangerous to do some shit like that, especially at that
Because
speed.
two types of chokes.
Yeah,
There's the windpipe because you before you'll pass out from a windpipe choke, you'll tap out from the pain because it's just press. It's
yeah,
putting pressure on your windpipe and your Adam's apple. It's just
yeah,
pain. And then you have the carotid choke, which is like how you really do a rear naked choke
yeah.
because
He had that one because you can see space between the elbow and his
yeah,
throat. Yeah,
it's like if you're pressing against, if he actually knew what he was doing and
yeah,
pressed against the carotids, the
yeah,
dude would have been out in 10 to 15 seconds
yeah,
before he can even respond properly. So that's really dangerous. See, this is the reason why police officers can't use chokes
yeah,
because the idiots who don't know what they're doing, like me, if I really wanted to hurt you and have vitriol, I wouldn't do a choke. I would do what they call a
Uh
cross.
oh.
I would do a crossface, meaning I'm either coming to the bridge of your nose or I'm going against your jaw.
yeah,
And if I wanted to be nasty, I would actually grab and squeeze. And I don't care how tough you are. Let me put the blade of my forearm against your nose or your jaw. You're gonna do whatever I say. And even then, those neck cranks, because that's what happened with a lot of guys. They're putting people into chokes and don't know how to properly administer them.
yeah,
And I'm like, if you think about it, if they actually spent the money to teach people a rear naked choke, the most now you could do it in exigent circumstances, meaning, let's say if my partner's in a bear hug and it's a
yeah,
guy who's like built like an NFL lineman,
yeah,
and I get him in a chokehold, I can explain why I did it because I can't shoot him. I'm just
yeah,
gonna hit my partner. So, when dudes do shit like that, I think it's very dangerous because people want to try to put you in a schoolboy headlock, which is a version of a choke because you could squeeze around the neck, and depending on the person's size of the neck, lack or extent of training, they don't know
Yeah,
what to do to get out of it.
yeah, yeah.
Man, that nigga's arm was too long to administer a proper choke.
And not really. If you
Not
compress,
really, because those are the people.
those are blood
Those are
cells.
the
I'm just talking shit. I'm just.
those
Okay.
are the people you really don't want around your neck, because it's not
Nope.
about strength; it's about leverage.
Yeah, yeah. And he used the other hand to actually lock
Yeah.
so he knew what he was doing. The thing is that dangerous, especially in a basketball game?
Oh yeah, that's very dangerous,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
because number one, those are not people. They're thinner guys, but they're not small men. If you get what I'm saying.
No, no, he's 270
Um,
pounds. Yeah.
those are not small guys. So he can get the right amount of leverage because he's got them linky limbs. I mean, you get around, because it's one thing to get around a person's neck and you got short, stubby arms, and you're trying to get around my 21-inch motherfucker. It's gonna be kind of hard for you to get it sink it in. But if you got long arms, all you got to do is it's like it's like getting a lever. Think of a lever, and he can do things that guys with shorter arms can't do.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that could have potentially been very dangerous
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
the guy. And then what happens if he gets intensified and doesn't want
Yeah.
to let
And,
go?
and then he tried to drag him by his neck.
Oh, that's really dangerous
It's
at
really
that
dangerous.
point.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that shit.
Yeah. And then the second thing is Kiki Palmer and the so-called domestic violence. Okay, with the pictures.
Now, hey, how you doing? Good. See, I looked at it, and shout out to Bernard Riley. You know what happened? They were snatching phones from each other. It wasn't violent. She made it look like, because here's the problem. Kiki admitted that she hit him.
Mm-hmm.
What did I say? 70% of domestic violence in the black community, it's the woman who's the aggressor. Now, women tend to use more weapons. Men usually use their hands because they create more damage. Uh, and what happens is she's a gynocrat. It's like I said in my last live stream. She's a pure and simple gynocrat.
She's a ratchet gynocrat at that. On top of that, so.
And that's the worst thing, to get a ratchet chick with some money, man.
Mm-hmm.
And her mother, listen to what her mother's saying to the guy. And notice this whole situation, never heard of a father or a grandfather. What this idiot doesn't realize is that if I'm gonna get with this ratchet bitch, I'm getting something out of it. You gonna build I'm gonna build a business. He's supposed to be this fitness influencer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, we're gonna get Kiki Palmer. Look, first of all, this is how gangster I would have been. Bitch, get your ass on stage and dance with Usher. Why? You know we gonna make money off this shit, bitch. Oh, okay. Yeah. They'd be like, oh, Kiki Palmer dancing with Usher. And I would have looked right in the camera. Guess who she's going home with, bitch?
Well, the thing is, I don't think he's kind of built for it, because he should have known what it was and
Mm-hmm.
kept it pushing with things he didn't, and that's what kind of blew things up. He didn't know his place in the
Well, my
ecosystem.
man, well, my man say, BGS, I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. And unfortunately, this is what happened when you get a guy. And shout out to Ron, because Ron will agree with me, hopefully. This
Hmm.
is what happens when you have inexperienced men dealing with too much of an experienced woman. She was raised in the Gynocracy. She was raised in Hollywood.
She was raised in Chicago.
Yeah. She could,
No, she was raised in Hollywood. She's a child
Okay.
actress, but
Okay.
she's
she,
raised. Her mom moved here for
she,
so
she
she was
knows
raised
the
here.
Okay.
nuances on how to make yourself relevant, or
Hmm.
how to fade into black. See,
Hmm.
this is what happens when your EQ was supposed to show. Just because I want to wow you out, and let's say if you do something, I'm gonna smile at the camera, and when we get home, I'm gonna wow your fucking ass out, bitch. Don't you ever embarrass me like this? And see, you're supposed to keep your frame if you in the limelight. It's
Yeah.
like think of it like you see a guy cussing me out on video. Matter of fact, I'm a world star anyway for putting a guy in a Kimura. The guy screaming and yelling, talking about he's gonna bite me. I'm whispering to him, "You bite me, I'm gonna break your shit." But you can't hear me on the video. I look professional. That's how you keep your frame.
A lot of brothers, man, haven't been taught that. Y'all know that. Y'all know this shit, man. Y'all know these motherfuckers haven't been taught these
No.
masculine principles. Me myself, you know what I mean? Like hell, I haven't, got into my own Voltron to where I am now until I came across you brothers. You know what I mean? And I'm forever grateful and will die on that straight up. Some motherfuckers try to tell me, man, won't you go back, man, to the old mentality? Nigga, fuck you. I will die before that happens. So thank you, gentlemen. Y'all may God have y'all written on in his book of life. You hear me? Because y'all
Yeah,
deserve it.
yeah, appreciate that. But go back to the sperm donor thing, right? Real quick, BGS.
Hmm.
Um, this is what I tell about if you're gonna deal with people, there has to be a cost. There has to be a penance paid. If I got what you want and you want your kids to get my height and my curly hair and
Hmm.
my light skinnedness,
Hmm.
then bitch, you're gonna have to pay. You're gonna promote my shit. We're gonna amicably break up whenever that time comes because there's an expiration date on Hollywood relationships.
Yeah.
At least I'm gonna get out with something and make my money. This is what happens when this dude. He knew what it was, dude. You were dick. You were dick and
Yeah, that's what he was, and you happened to get her pregnant. She wanted to have a baby, and she promoted you, at
instead
least
of
in public.
instead of actually saying, you know what, hey, you look at ASAP Rocky and fucking Rihanna. You don't see that nigga saying shit.
No.
Hey, like you with Rihanna. I got over a billion reasons why. I'll be in the picture. I'll be in the background. But when she gone, I'ma talk again.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
And
Yep.
he's glad he's out of jail and he can still tour Europe.
hmm It's
I'm
just
wondering
it.
how many times should you keep trying to install masculine principles into these men who go through these things, but yet, but they continue to do so. They continue to go into it.
He tried to install his principles in a chick in the wrong situation. Okay. In other words, if you want to install that kind of masculine principle on her, you got to be in the position to do so, right? You there as the like I said, as the concubine. You're not there to lead. Okay. You should if you want to do that, you need to find another chick because you're not in charge. Okay.
No,
Ooh. Thus,
Hey,
he should.
BJS, let me ask you. Let me ask you.
Thus, real
Go go
quick.
go,
Thus,
go
real
real
quick.
quick.
He should have used his masculine principles in the beginning to check her out to
no,
make sure,
He's
damn it,
wrong.
that
wrong.
she was
No,
going to follow his program.
wrong. He
But
knew he
then,
wrong.
but she's
he
not.
knew he knew that from the jump. Go ahead,
Not, not,
Adrian.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Go ahead, Adrian.
Let me ask you. When you heard Kiki mom on those recordings, didn't she remind you a lot of Monique when Monique played in Precious?
Yep. Yep.
same woman.
Yep. Yep. They have to. I heard a lot of women I work with, black women I work with, sound just like them when they get mad.
I work with a lot too like that.
And
I
you
work
heard
with a
that
lot
that
like that
that,
too.
that that's when a woman goes full Klingon, right? She
I work with some real Klingons.
Let
and
me
Some
put
real Klingons.
I've heard some high octane chicks revert back to Klingon in a
you never
heartbeat. Okay,
you never know a woman until she gets upset.
true.
And I keep telling dudes, I said, like my last live stream, that I not explain to y'all that these motherfuckers are pure gynocrats. You're
And
this is the purest form of gynocrat ever.
and Kiki's
Motherfuckers.
full. She's a full gynocrat.
Hey, Master Teacher.
Uh,
Hey, how much emotional labor do you think is involved with Kiki?
a lot because she's hyper, she's aggressive, she's mouthy. Okay,
Oh
so
Lord.
to put up with her, you got to put up with a lot. So you got to make sure that whatever you get out of Kiki, it's got to be worth it because you gonna hear a lot of Kiki talk a lot of shit. Okay, and she
Hey,
makes a lot of
BJS,
demands. Go ahead.
and let me
Yeah.
ask you: do you think she had a, a ugly girl syndrome? Because when you see the dude she with,
Yeah.
they pretty boys. So
She
does she got that
Mm.
ugly girl complex? Like,
Uh, what's her name? What's the singer's name? Michelle. K. Michelle. Okay,
yeah.
yeah,
she's a K. Michelle. Okay,
okay,
she's not ugly, but she's average. She's
okay.
average in world of dimes. Okay,
She come
Okay.
off as one of those Byron. She come off of she come off as one of
And
them.
she come with a ratchet, disrespectful mother, so she can't control her mouth. In fact, that's what what's his name was trying to tell her. You can't control your mouth. So if she was pretty, look at what's her name that's been married. What's the chick name from Players Club?
Hmm.
Uh, yeah,
Lisa Ray.
Lisa Ray.
Yeah,
Lisa
Lisa
Ray.
Ray.
yeah.
Lisa Ray is a motherfucking dime, right? Especially when she was fucking young, right?
Yeah.
What's
She
her
was.
problem? Her mouth. She can't control it.
See,
And
you
I
gotta.
when you listen to her mother, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I work with some that you would say they 7.5s and 8s. But as soon as they open
Yeah,
their mouth sound like Mike Tyson fist coming at you.
yeah, yeah. I do. As soon as I saw Issa Rae, you can't stay with a dude. It's your mouth. Okay. It's not that you're not pretty because bitch is bad, especially when she wants. She's a baddie. She's a baddie. Okay, no question about it. She's international baddie. That mouth. Okay,
Hey,
can't stop. Go ahead.
hey, I, hey,
Ah,
what's
hey,
going on,
say,
everybody?
say hello to Dr. Goodbar. He got the title today.
Hey, I got that from I think I got that from Uncle Rom. So I want to come up and say salute to Uncle Rom. Hey, I learned a lot from Uncle Rom about attraction and hey the body game does work. Um, and I think I found Master Teacher. I think
You're
I found you
welcome.
guys around
Welcome, Dr. Goodbar.
Charles. I think yeah, I found you guys. The algorithm brought me you guys around the same time. So I started watching you all around the same time, and so I started hearing about the select and non-select and the body game. And one thing I like that Rom said was try to speak to 3 women every day,
Yeah,
regardless of what happens. Try to just get used to shooting, get used to speaking.
get
I thought that was very
get your
very valuable.
get your reps in. Get your reps in. I learned that from a master pickup artist, man, when I was in like 20. Okay, get your reps in. That's what he said. His was 10 a day. Okay, but ARC, all the good guys that are actually in the game, right? 3 a day because you need to get your reps in. Even if you don't hit, right? Thing is keep your skills up. Just like being in the gym and being a basketball player, you got to get your reps in. So
Yeah,
3 a day, three a day. Over time, it does work.
You talking
and
about
I
like
think
you talking
I
about a
think
certain workout?
One at a time, one
Excuse
at
me.
a time. Hold on. Who's first?
Yes, sir.
yeah, I'll try to wrap this up quickly, but I think Rom has done a lot of good work in terms of when he has his female guests on. I'm thinking about the lady Amadi, and,
Yes.
and they talk about how much women look at posture and
Mm-hmm.
the way you hold your shoulders,
Mm-hmm.
and that's all valuable, and that's stuff like you never think of that they're looking at those things. Um, I've had Rom on my channel several times. He keeps coming back every time I ask him. I appreciate that. He helped push my science channel over 1,000 subs.
Okay.
I was able to buy him a plate of buffalo wings at the last summit here in Maryland. That's where I met Salchi, the Equalizer. And yeah, so all this is valuable. And Master Teacher, I just want to say it's important to know how to operate in the field.
Yeah.
How to shoot 3 times a day and get your body right. But
Uh-huh.
this emotional labor thing, man, that you and Dr. T have been talking about, man, that's really been resonating with me. And this whole thing about helping women or them needing us to manage their mental states. That's been
Right.
really resonating with me lately.
Right. I had a white woman, red pill white woman, just say that. I think I was going to play her today, but the thing is, I want to do this thing for Rom. I actually want
Mhm.
to because the narrative that's proposed is emotionally is not right. Men are actually more emotionally intelligent than women actually are. Okay, because we have to, a man has to manage not only his emotions but his wife's and his family's, right? Because if a man comes in and has a bad day and starts bitching and moaning, the whole family goes to shit, right? Okay, he has to be the center
True.
of control. Okay, so we actually want to push back against this feminist narrative about women doing emotional labor.
Oh
Okay,
yeah.
and men not doing emotional labor. I think it's time, especially black men have most of the intelligent beings on the face of the earth because we have the toughest women to actually interact with. We
And we
just
have
do.
the toughest life to deal with. Shit.
Well, the tough life. But the thing is, even as the life was fine, right? Our women are more aggressive, more mouthy, more hateful, more spiteful, more mean than any other woman on the planet. Okay, they just are. They want to be in charge. They want to rule. They want to be nice. You know, when what did Kevin said before he died? Right, black men just want their women to be what, nice to them.
Yeah.
They don't even want to fucking smile when they say hello. They don't even
What
want to say
did I
hello.
tell?
Go ahead.
What did I tell people years ago? These bitches don't even smile. I had one chick when we were working the jazz club. I said, "Smile." This one chick was like, "Smile," and I said,
Mm.
"Let me ask you this one question. Are you single?" "Yeah, I see why." And it's funny because, damn, I need to get on this summer so I can talk my shit. And it and we need and most importantly, we got to go hit the cigar lounge again, Dr. Goodbar. Um,
Hey man, just tell
Don't
me
forget the
when.
cognac.
oh yeah, what? Oh yeah.
Doc probably got guns now. He probably can. You go to the bathroom, he'll come back and you come back and the girls are rubbing on his arm for a change.
I'll be I'll be like, you know what? I put my hat on and be like, my job here is done. But
Doc been killing it, man. I mean, said Doc, said, damn, Doc's just widening out and shit, man. It's a
yeah,
goddamn Doc.
we alive in a living color, man. You know, being what is he, 6'3"? 6'3" has his head.
Yeah, yeah.
Which
He,
doc you talking about? Dr. Thunder?
Dr. Dunbar, yeah, Dr. Dunbar.
Let's see,
Dunbar. Okay.
people don't believe how big Dr. Dunbar is when you see him in person, man.
It's a
Big motherfucker,
goddamn.
big motherfucker, like, damn. How the goddamn what we have light poles in the cigar?
Mm.
Excuse
But
me.
yeah, you gotta
Whoa.
realize that a lot of guys don't know how to manage themselves. That's why a lot of them don't know how to manage a lot of these women. It's because sometimes some women, especially our women, they're just weird creatures. Like you
Yeah,
know,
they
like
ain't
one
weird.
time I had a chick with me and she's wilding out, and I'm just looking at her. She's like, "What you gonna do? Sit your ass down and shut the fuck up."
Yeah. So
And you know what she did?
what?
She sat down and shut the fuck up.
It's emotional labor that you got to do. She's able to control herself, but she
And
can't.
she's like, oh, I'm so. And then after the night, she's like, "Thank you for dealing with me.
See, that they know. They know. Somebody else
Thank
want to
you."
jump in?
Nah,
Naaman
I'm
been trying to
good.
jump in. Go ahead, jump in, Naaman. And then Lewis,
Hmm.
after that.
First of all, somebody get Dr. Goodbar a cigar and a cognac and a glass of cognac, will you? Anyway, um, as far as like this whole emotional label stuff and like that, let's
Uh,
understand stress does affect men in a very negative way. I mean, I've talked about like managing your stress levels and understanding how that shit affects you. Like I remember, look at my father. Sometimes he come and pissed off, and we knew get out of there. He's not ready to deal with this yet. He'll talk to you when he's ready. But just like like we talk about, like brothers, they have to decompress, or like Chris Rock used to say. You notice that how black men don't, after doing work, they don't come home straight home from work. No, they got to do something. They got to drink something. They got to smoke something. They got to go hang out with their boys. They got to go watch the game. They got to get situated for whatever talking they gonna get at the house.
mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, there aren't that many more spots like that anymore. I mean, coming from a different culture and whatnot. I remember like my father and brother, they had like hanging spots for the grown men and such. I come there every once in a while because whatever. And there was just talking shit with boys over coffee, tea, cigarettes, and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Just completely chill. So I think they need, we all need more spaces like that for men just to decompress.
Yeah, but women always
Okay.
want to invade. They don't want us to have our own spaces. That's the
Nah,
problem.
that's some true shit because every girlfriend I ever had when they would be at my house and they'll see me come in from work. And they like the first thing you do is turn on Madden, pull up a drink, and light a cigar.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you how I won't say the word absent-minded, but how ignorant they are to masculine endeavors. A lot of my ex-girlfriends used to think my job was easy, and I didn't think they thought that way because you would think, wait a minute, you're a police officer in Baltimore all these years.
Mm-hmm.
You would think it makes common sense, but common sense is so rare that it's classified as a superpower nowadays. Um, and when they actually saw what I had to do for one time,
Mm-hmm.
and she actually, you know what she did?
What?
She had the little table that was right by my easy boy. She had the cognac with some ice, the cigar lit, and was like, "Here," and just hand me the controller. Here, you burn that off. You burn that. Yeah, and it's funny because I think that a lot of times, even with my own mother, when she'll talk to me about her job and her friends, and I'll be like, "Uh huh, uh huh," and then I'll be like, "You know what, ma?" And she'd be like, "Why you know that bitch at the job?" And da 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 da. I said, "You know what?" I said, "I feel you on that one because you know how my day was. You know, I had to run after this guy, and I sure as hell didn't feel like running. Man, then he wanted to fight when we got into this alley, and then he swung on me. He hit me in the face, and I laughed at him, and then I had to beat his ass. And oh wow, oh wow, your day was that busy? Yeah, you know what it is. You know." And once they actually see, once you actually see, I don't allow you to dump on me unless I get to dump on you.
Yeah.
And I think that a lot of black men take it in stride, and that's why we always have this development of stress. And
Really, really, women really don't want to hear your problems, man. They
they
don't.
really don't. That's why when I really don't feel like talking to them, I dump on them.
Well,
It's
I
just,
got it's funny you bring that up because you know, BJS, when you ran that video about loneliness, and I know you and They Live, y'all went back and forth about, you know, protection and provision.
Right.
But the one thing that I think that both the guys more in the, let's say, the pimposphere, but also the guys in the MGTOWs, the one thing they both understand in common is the loneliness factor, which, as strong as the protection factor is, the protection factor does trump provisions. But the loneliness factor, if a guy says, I don't know, no longer want to deal with you, or like they said, they don't have that guy they can download and decompress on, once that loneliness kicks in, that's when the
Mm-hmm.
drugs kick in
Yeah.
and they start getting these prescriptions and they become alcoholics.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh yeah.
then, you know, you know, men expect to die in war, die in the streets, or, you know, but when these women, when they start to see that, you know, not just the bag lady or the lady pushing the cans in the a lot of these women, I think they have that fear of that get a dog and die alone. That was
Yeah.
like a hypersonic missile going off.
Yeah. You can
That
tell.
that 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 rang across the world. And you know, after they looked at Kevin like he was Netanyahu. You know what I'm saying? They looked at him like he was Osama bin Laden. When he said that, that was such a stark reality because look, we go out in public and we see a lot of women in relationships with men that they don't find sexually appealing or men who they feel can't protect them.
Right.
But the one thing those men bring that isn't protection or isn't provision, they that attention, they take away that loneliness factor.
What do you,
They
what do you,
are the dog.
what do you think the homosexuals are about? Okay.
That's exactly what the homosexuals is about.
Emotional
You know,
support.
if this guy, you know what I'm saying, okay, why have a dog when I can have this homosexual? He gonna
Yeah.
stay here, he gonna play video games all day.
Yeah.
But as soon as he takes the PS5 and he bounces,
Yeah.
she want to tear everything up.
Yeah. Yeah. The house is empty and she can't get sex or support. She can't come home and fuss and throw temper tantrums. You know.
Or she starts a fight with him and throws a game at him, and then she calls Charles Faulkner, and then Charles Faulkner comes and like she say, yeah, he put his hands on me, but the dude got a big gash across his head from the PlayStation 5.
And she weighs 300 pounds and say he threw me across the room.
and they ought to be like bullshit.
And the
Like,
motherfucker must be at least above 50.
and it's
5'9".
it's it's, it's kind of funny because when you look at these women,
Hmm.
uh, I hate being right so many times. Believe it or not, I really do. And every time I went to those calls, and I'll be like, "You just came out of jail, did you? How'd you know?" And I look at her. I was like a fairly decent, good-looking man with a whale of a tail. Come on now, dude. You had nowhere else to go. And I'm like it. And I'm like, you know what? We need to make a national holiday for the homosexual because they do God's work.
They do.
do God's work. I mean, National Hobo Salute Your Hobosexual Day. You know, we should give gifts to hobosexuals.
Yeah,
Here's a new man.
yeah,
Here's a new.
yeah. Yeah. Let me play this, man. This is something that I think this has been passed around, but I think this is something Valeri sent me. He calls it Keisha in Nigeria, man, acting a fool, right? So I'll play this real quick. I think it's about a 2 minute clip.
Let me tell you about a time I tried to leave my husband in Nigeria and walk away from him. So we were out and about and we got into an argument. And I can't really remember what the argument was about now, but I remember I was really mad. And we were almost home and I asked him to pull over. I told him, I said, just let me out this car. Just, I'll walk. So after saying that over and over again and then trying to get out the car my own self, he stopped the car. And he was like, okay, get out. And even though I knew where I was at, I was like, I thought I knew where I was at. I was, it seemed like we were close to where we were going and I could walk from there. So I got out of the car, not knowing at the time that my phone was connected to his hotspot and I wouldn't have any service. So as I was packing my things to get out the car, I was saying what I had to say to him, fussing him and things like that. And he was saying, what he had to say to me. And I got out the car like, oh well. So he pulls off. And so I started, trying to use my phone and it just hit me, okay, I don't have any network. So I'm like, oh my God, did he really leave me? So I started to panic. So this couple was walking like towards us, and I guess they heard us arguing, and they were looking at me like I was crazy, like I was a mad woman because I was yelling. And so after Zeki pulled off, I was like, excuse me, can I use your phone? And they were just looking at me like something was wrong with me, like I had two heads or something. Because I was really showing out, y'all. I was showing out. But they just kept walking. They didn't stop. They didn't say like what's wrong. They were just looking like what is wrong with this lady. And and usually y'all know I don't really talk in public. But I was talking that day and I was like, excuse me, did y'all hear me? Can I use your phone? I just need to use your phone. And you would have thought that.
And there's more to it, but I just want to play you a clip. Now she's in Nigeria, right? And she's pulling her black girl magic. Okay, that shows you what we have to put up with. And at the end of the thing, right? She said, "Got to remember, the rest of the world's not going to put up with what black men actually put up with."
Absolutely not.
No,
And her
she
being
got
my
a whole
pick.
bunch of
One time.
she got a whole bunch
Sorry,
of
go
damn
ahead, Dr.
makeup.
Kumba.
Go
She
ahead.
got a whole
yeah,
One at a time. Who's first?
You
I
went
was
out
about to
first.
say she got a whole bunch of makeup on. That's all I was trying to say. Shit.
Oh, what I'm saying is, the thing is, she thinks this is funny. Okay, she
well,
acted up and acted a fool, but she thinks this is funny. Black women think this shit is funny. I've heard them tell these stories, right? I cut up and I acted a fool, and girl, you know what I told him, and I threw stuff at him, blah blah. They be just keying and giggling like it's the best story in the world. Okay?
I was gonna say, Dr. Johnson did capture the whole violence statistics piece in his book, just for everybody. But you know what I hate, guys? I hate when they do something and they intentionally do something and they go off and they take it too far, and then like you're through and you're done, and they want to come back. Like you're
Yeah,
just supposed to kind of wipe the slate clean
yeah.
and just forget it. I hate that shit.
Well, because they didn't do anything wrong, right? Look at Keisha, man. Keisha Smith, right, and her husband. Okay, you're on
Mhm.
OnlyFans, and even though she's a douchebag, the thing is,
Hey,
she kept saying stuff even when they were together, man, doing a conference, doing a talk together, right? She was saying stuff, and she didn't know that it was actually wrong. What did I do wrong?
Mhm.
Because that's how emotionally unintelligent they actually are. Because
Preach,
I can
nigga,
say
preach.
whatever I want, do whatever I want. You're supposed to take it as a man.
Preach, nigga.
willful lack of awareness
Matter of
Yeah.
fact,
because I mean, and not to mention the sign language. And on top of that, um, you are in West Africa.
Mm-hmm.
They don't play that. I can tell you that in certain parts of East Africa, hell, if this was Somalia, she would have been killed for that. They don't tolerate that kind of shit. Even though the women are known to be a bit
Oh, you gotta watch
apprehensive in
your
their own
words at
right.
the kill.
Matter of fact, hey,
Sorry.
Go ahead, finish, Naima.
They will honor finish you in the name of honor if you get out of line in certain cultures.
Yeah.
I mean, and if you get divorced, it's on you.
What is BJ the lawyer said? My ex used to act like that. I got PTSD from that experience. Yeah.
keep back every month from the government, nigga. Shit. Matter of
Who
fact,
else?
BS, I need
Uh-huh.
I need to let you. To me, my Padawan. Come here, Padawan. Rob, come here. Come here. I gotta let a 20-year-old talk about his gynocratic experience.
Okay, go ahead.
Tell
Jump
me
in.
what happened when Shorty came to the house, and what did I tell you about giving too much good dick? What did I tell you? What
He'll
happened?
learn. He'll learn. He'll learn.
Yeah.
Introduce yourself, nigga.
Hey, this
Don't be
is
rude.
this is Padawan Robert, um, aka Gemini. But what was that?
This BGS. Say hello.
No, I was saying, what was that noise?
About the Jamaican chick.
No.
Okay.
Okay, so this
Which one, nigga? Damn.
right, this Jamaican girl that came over for
Uh-huh.
well, this Jamaican girl that I used to mess with.
What you mean used to? She just came over the other day.
Let the man tell the story, Charles. Let the man tell the story, okay?
Alright, so she was mad because I didn't want to deal with her no more. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
She's
Okay.
been ghetto, been rowdy. You know, I don't want
So,
that type of
did
energy
you make
in my life.
your legs shake?
I did.
Okay.
That's why.
That was your bad. But go ahead.
Right. So yeah, she wasn't trying to hear that. So she told me, "Oh, well, I'm gonna pull up to your house." Long story short, she pulls up to my house and she's like, "Oh, well, let me in, let me in." I'm like, "No, I'm not letting you in. You're gonna sit out there and or go home." She was like, "Well, I'm not going nowhere. I don't got work tomorrow, so I'll sit out here." I'm like, "Oh my god." And uh, Mr. Faulkner right here was listening to the whole conversation. So I'm like, he like, "Who is that?" And I'm trying to low key kind of like ignore him a little bit so she can just go ahead. And then she was like, "Well, you gonna tell him who it is? You gonna tell him who it is?" And then he caught on to what was going on. He was like, "Let her in." So I'm like, "All right, cool." So I let her in. He's talking to her. And basically, how you doing, man? I'm good. I'm good. So basically, he basically just made her tell her wrongs and apologize for her.
I asked her. I said, "What if he came up to your house, demanded to speak to you, and would not leave?"
Yeah. She said, "Oh,
She's
I'll
like,
call the police."
I wouldn't have called the police. I said, "Stop lying."
Yeah.
And then she didn't realize I read her messages because she thought that he blocked her, but his phone was stolen.
Yeah.
And she was like, "You playing around?" So she did of course, she did the gynocratic thing she could do was have her friends call him and try to say, "See, I had people call you."
Multiple friends called me.
And I'm like, so, and then she tried to say, "Well, I wasn't rude on the phone." And I said, "Shorty, I read the messages." And she had that look on her face like, "Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't lie."
Yeah.
I said, "So what you need to do is apologize because number one, if that was me, I wouldn't talk to you. Or if I did talk to you, you would pay a heavy penance." I said, and she was like real humble after that because she was. I said, "Think about this. Why shouldn't he call the police on you? Because that's stalking."
Yeah.
But it's Baltimore, gentlemen. That's why.
And fuck that. We the home of the wild. Fuck all that. But
All right. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Hey,
Wind up. Wrap up the story. You finished? Is that it?
are you
Wait.
finished?
Yeah. But it ain't over. She gonna be back. You know.
What happened?
Yeah. You had to go ahead and service her again, of course, to get her off you. So you be for the next 6 months. You'll be with her. You know, whether you like it or not.
I
Fucked up.
came, I saw, I came again.
Yeah. You know, she want her leg to shake. So it's gonna take time for that to actually taper off. Give
How
her
good was that food she brought?
that drug, that big dose of drugs.
Oh my.
It's gonna take a while, man. It's gonna take a
what are you
while.
saying? They don't go away. What are you saying?
Yeah, make her feed you. Don't give it away for free. Make her feed
Give it away for free.
you.
What I
Oh,
keep
can I
telling
can I come over? What you bringing for lunch? What you bringing for dinner?
you. You saw what I did. Can I
Mhm.
come over? Bring 2 bottles and a cigar.
And a cigar. Go ahead, Dr. Goodbar.
No, I was saying, what are you saying? When they like it, they don't go away.
Okay, it's a threshold. Okay, there's love, and then there's what they call addicted. Okay, with a DICK. Okay, people
Say it slower,
so,
BGS.
addicted. Okay, what he did when I asked, did the leg shake? Okay, the leg shake for a young woman is kryptonite. Okay,
That's
that's why.
crack.
So if you want to make a woman's leg shake, make sure she can actually handle it. Like a woman over 30. Okay, her leg has shaken before.
Tell them about
She
the
can
time
she can handle it a little bit better. But 20-year-old, she can handle that shit, man. She
You,
gonna be back.
you know, she gave him food before that,
Hmm.
and she spiked his drink. And he was like, "No, I don't feel like doing nothing." So she put like some, let's just call it Viagra Light in the drink.
Yes. Okay. The thing is, what they don't realize, they should tell women this all the time. You ain't got enough pussy for Viagra. Okay, so stop. Don't even try it.
He found out the hard way.
What
Point.
did you say? What did you say? You said the rubber is off the rim,
No, no. Yes, you
didn't
did. They ain't got enough pussy for Viagra.
you?
She spiked his drink with that little horny goat weed and Viagra
Okay.
Light.
Okay.
She found out the hard way, pun intended.
Yeah. Yeah, well, she basically, yeah, she passed. She tapped out. So yeah.
Like a
Anyway,
UFC fight.
Hey, gentlemen,
go ahead.
not to drop, but Master Teacher, I want to say that Dusty thing you play at the beginning of your streams, that has me rolling every time.
You know what? All the Cynthia G characters came out the woodwork. Said, "You next, you next, you next." I said, "I don't care, but I'm dancing today."
I wore my Angry Man Dustin shirt
Yeah,
a
I
week
saw
or so
that.
ago, and
I saw.
people loved it. They
I saw
loved it.
that. I saw that.
I'm sorry. Shout out to Art New Style too. Give me your dusties.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm gonna give me a shirt of one of them, man. Yeah, I already told Art.
it's the picture is actually in my community tab. If you scroll back, okay. So I asked them to make it for me. So it's up there. So if you want to make a shirt out of it, go ahead. It's up there. 'Cause
And
Lewis
there
had, Lewis got it. Lewis has it for his.
was that icon yours though, with the one with the dude running in the suit and
No,
two fat
no,
chicks running by.
no,
Okay.
no. That wasn't me. That wasn't me. I put it up there for somebody else that had already made it.
Yeah, I say that because I seen one MT used it though on his thumbnail, one of his recent videos.
Yeah,
But he didn't use all of it though, but he used just like a piece of it.
it is. Yeah, that kind of stuff is making us round. Especially I like the one where the chick is in front of the airport, and he's got his passport, and she says, "You're not going anywhere." He's got to like, "Move, Keisha." It reminds me of Lawrence and Insecure. Move. Who has the link for the shirt? I don't think it's in the shirt yet. So, but the picture is actually in my community tab. So if you scroll back, you can find the actual picture. Jump in, Lewis. And
Hey, what's up, BGS?
we're gonna
How's
wind it up
everything?
in about, I guess, about half an hour or so. It's kind of winding down.
I have a question. At first, I thought these women were just totally oblivious, but I've been in the clouds lately, and all they've been talking about is how the economy and everything is, but they
Mm-hmm.
still acting the way they do.
Mm-hmm.
So they know what's going on. They're just trying to gaslight the men into what it used to be, and they realize that a lot of men checked out, and that's what's making them panic.
Yeah.
Am I correct?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, because now they need them and they're not there. And there's a lot of that going around. That's why come they pissed off at the passport bros. They pissed off a lot of the guys that have actually gone MGTOW by not even dealing with them. So they're pissed because now they need these guys for help and they're not there. Not even dating. You can't even give them any pussy. So it's not working. If you wait 6 months, you can buy the same chick on the street for like half. So that's what I would
Yeah,
say.
because I'm going to my birthday celebration tomorrow,
Uh-huh.
and all the people there, they only go overseas. They take trips everywhere. They not even. They just here. They just work and grind,
Hmm.
and
Uh-huh.
They no interest whatsoever. What's going on here? Their only love life is work and
Mm-hmm.
their Xbox. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
They
And
just building up their money and then travel. That's it.
I say when they feel the need, they get on the plane
Yep.
and take 4 days. Yeah. Yep. That's what's happening. That's because free agent lifestyle right now.
Hey, the free agent lifestyle winning, brother.
Hey, it is. The environment said free agent lifestyle is the shit. You know.
You know, according to them on Kev, 70K not enough. No
Eh,
50K not enough. I'm gonna take my little 1,600 a week and enjoy myself.
yeah, yeah. Oh well, you know what is it? Buy a dog, then, baby.
But it's like they don't even understand that you a victim. Like if you if a single woman is a victim,
Yeah.
when you go to the mechanic, yeah, enjoy paying $300 for that oil change.
Hmm.
When something break in your house, enjoy paying $1,500 for some drywall and stucco.
Hmm.
When the window break, enjoy. You know, I don't think that they understand that you are the boost of the economy.
Yeah.
Your extra money because it's like, you know, I love women, man, but it's like they don't actually the way they think. I just don't understand how they don't understand that you're the boost. You're the reason things are going up in price because people can overcharge you because you won't even learn about your environment. Like it's like they're so stuck in their world they don't care to learn about their environment.
Well, you got to remember this fear and the management, especially this sector, man. You guys are way ahead of everybody, so you got to understand that most people do not hear this stuff. They're not aware of this stuff
Well,
until it's too late.
look, BJ, I didn't have Facebook since 2019.
Okay.
I recently made a Facebook and started going on Facebook. Yeah, they
Okay.
still blue pill as fuck. They don't know what's going on. Like the average citizens don't listen to the black manosphere.
No.
So we think we're like, then I had to think about, okay, there's 350 million people in America, and we only having 3 and 5,000 subscribers. Yeah, we very small.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a very small space, even though it seems like it's having a big impact. It is to the people that's paying attention, but to the average person that's, you know, getting drunk every day, getting high every day, working, moving around, watching reality TV, they have no idea. You know, they have no grasp of what's actually going on.
I mean, really though, a lot of this shit should be like blatantly obvious though, but
This
you
is
know, what I
it,
mean,
it, it is
the effery though.
when it is not it's obvious to us. It's not obvious to most people. Okay.
It's obvious to the seekers.
Yeah, most people don't dig deeper than what they're told. And I track my grocery spending, and I'm at 34% inflation since 2020. Right?
Hmm.
That's because I want to know per unit cost. What am I buying? And
Hmm.
it's not good. And you got Lewis will show you on the ground how that's actually playing out.
Yeah.
You know, you pair that in with like housing costs, auto costs, insurances, all this stuff is going up, and the employment market is getting worse, not better.
Yeah. Yeah. AI is
So,
gonna the AI and the need for profits are gonna uh, are gonna do some damage. This is
Yeah.
charity. You
well,
know.
this is the thing, Ray. It's like, as far as the job market, like I said, certain jobs are drying up and certain jobs are still available.
Hmm.
But it's like, I don't think it's the jobs as much as the people don't want to actually go to work.
No, it's a little both.
It,
People, the people don't want to go into the office. They want to work remotely, and that's the issue they're having right. Not going want to go to work. So it's a
Hmm.
lot of stuff that's going on. The thing is, but AI is going to make an impact. Okay, them breaking up the supply chain, the global supply chain is going to have an impact, right? When you're trying to reshore businesses, right? Okay, you've been making money on labor costs, or like 1/5 of what you've been would pay Americans. What happens when you have to bring that cost back into the United States, right? Can't hire everybody. You're gonna have to start laying off people, just like Adrian was saying, Delta, right? Executives are actually getting haircuts. They laid off, I think, like 200 executives at Delta. Okay, that's a haircut. They're all making $200,000 a year. They had to take a haircut. They got laid off. They got fired. So it's going to happen. It's going to happen all over the place. So it's going to diminish because it has to. I mean, there's no. The only equation is they're going to have to reduce labor. Labor is the most expensive thing, right? Especially bringing automation and machines. Okay, labor. They're going to start with labor first.
Like, I know our wages are actually going up though. Like,
You're talking about truckers?
yeah, like truckers and diesel mechanics. Like, I had another job at the beginning of the year. I left for the job I work now because
Uh-huh.
it was for a better company. At
Uh-huh.
that job, I was making $26 an hour. Walking in the door at this job, they offered 30 off the rip. In like the winter course starting. I'm in community college right now.
Uh-huh.
The winter course start in January, like January 11th or something.
Uh-huh.
I got 6 more months till I got the actual diesel mechanics degree.
Yeah.
Once I
Okay.
get the degree, it's gonna jump to like $40 an hour. So certain positions are going up in pay, and certain positions are going down in pay. Like, I don't know. It's weird, man. It's
It's
weird.
because they still need you, right? Because Congress is not going to pass that bill to actually remove liability from self-driving trucks. That's why. Uh, I just saw an ad like last week about Waymo, right? Self-driving cars in Los Angeles. Okay, last week they're starting to initiate it. So you have a president that's actually going to let this stuff go. Okay, so it's going to happen. It's not going to happen all at once or evenly, but it's going to happen. It's already started. I want to say something about COVID, right? Okay, I had a bunch of people, including Dr. Dunbar, check out COVID, right? Okay, it's not a scam. Okay, go look at. In fact, go read Rand Paul's book because he's in the Senate. He actually went through this kind of stuff. It's not a scam, right? You paid for this. You pay for this research, right? That actually came out. You paid for it, right? The United States government actually paid for that research. Well, the thing is, what they didn't know is which one they had. Because you had one that would kill 1% of the people, which it did, had one that killed 30% of the people. Which one do you have? They didn't know. And once he figured out which one he had, he tried to undo all this kind of stuff. But the thing is, once you make a decision, set this stuff in motion, can't undo it. And what the shot was for is to actually give people permission to actually go back to work because you take them all off and people are scared. So, okay, how do you verify people and okay them actually go back to work? That's called the vaccine. That's why I tell people if you don't have to take it for work, don't because it is experimental. Okay, but trust and believe. You got 1.5 million people dead, right? You would have had 3 if they didn't have lockdowns, and if the wrong thing had gotten out, like the big boy, the ones that the Chinese destroyed, okay, you had 30% casualty. 30 people would have been gone. Okay, because China lost 40 million people. You know, they don't want to tell you that they lost 40 million people. It's not a joke. It wasn't a scam.
Yeah.
And Rom is better. You know, he had a mild stroke and he's recovering, but he survived and he's good. He'll be back on his feet in a couple of weeks. Anyway,
But
Yeah,
yeah,
I don't know if he's in the
So
chat right now.
I don't think so
But
because it's kind of late where he is. So
yeah, I was to say, if he hears this on the playback, I'll tell him take the PT seriously, take your meds seriously. And I had both my parents go through something similar. It's all about trying to get to the recovery. I mean, they're gonna push you. It's gonna suck, but you'll get back there. He's in good health.
yeah,
I mean, going into it, he wasn't like out of shape and slacking.
no,
But be with your family. Let them help you out when you can. I'll keep sending something. But you're a good man, and you deserve to live a long, healthy life. So take care of yourself and take the PT seriously.
but
And
I was gonna
God
say,
bless you. So
the
he,
reason
Exactly.
the nurses said he was ahead of schedule, so he's doing good.
Good.
yep. Oh no, that's a good sign right there.
Oh,
That's just
no,
like
he's still here.
when,
He's listening, so he's
yeah.
listening.
And the good thing
but
is
yeah, no,
also
I
like,
think
One at a time.
hang on, G. Hold on a minute. Like I said earlier, like, if somebody has a stroke, you have within 3 hours to get that person to a medical facility so they can stabilize him. Because that's called the golden period. Because by then they could try to keep it stable and minimize the damage of it.
Yeah,
And since his
so.
was a mild one, that's
Can I
no,
ask you a question really quick?
go
What's
ahead.
the difference between a stroke and a heart attack?
Stroke is in the brain. Heart attack is where? In the heart, sir.
Okay, so the stroke is
Mhm.
in the brain. Okay.
In the brain, yeah, in the brain.
Yeah.
Brandon Warfield, finish your degree. Okay, get your bachelor's is better, right? You're the last one to be fired, so you're on point. But the thing
Well,
is, don't stop with that. Keep learning. Okay,
well,
keep
that's
Yeah,
learning.
what I wanted. That's what I
they
wanted to
they
ask
Hey,
the brother. So
hold on, go ahead, Jules, because Jules is in that field. Go ahead, Jules.
yeah, the first filter they'll use to get the first round of people out for layoffs is your bachelor degree, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've known people who have, top tier skills
Mm-hmm.
and they dropped out of, Cal Berkeley or Stanford or Georgetown, but they didn't have that degree. So they're going to be the first people cut. Get the degree and then figure out what you can add on to that. So if you want to
Right.
go SQL, if you want to go database in the cloud, if you want to do Terraform, there's a bunch of stuff. Add on to it, but get that bachelor's as a stepping stone so that
Yeah.
you're above the water.
You're above the water. Yeah. Don't be a script kiddie. Okay. Get your degree. Finish your degree, and then figure out what you're gonna do after that.
well, I
Yeah,
got a
like
question for the brother,
Theo has
right?
2 degrees, but none of them are in
Hey,
IT. He just did IT after the fact.
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
Jules, I got a question for you, bro. Like in the 6 months, I'll have my associates in diesel mechanics.
Okay.
Is there a bachelor's of diesel, like, or would I have to become an engineer,
You
or
don't
is there
need
like
that.
a mechanic?
You don't need that. Okay. You don't need that. Uh,
Yeah, I mean, I know some
2 years
blue
is more
collar
than enough.
fields.
Yeah.
I know some blue collar fields have programs where they'll put you through to get a certain bachelor's that might not be in diesel mechanics. It'll be like general engineering or civil
Yeah. Yeah.
engineering or
You're
something
an
like that.
engineer if you go that
Yeah, yeah.
far.
Yeah, but that you have to talk to your company about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Because I know a lot of trades work on master's licenses and stuff like that, and hours work. It's different context.
The only thing you get beyond that is mechanical engineering.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Mhm.
that's a lot tougher than you want to go through. Okay.
yeah, that's because I'm gonna
Absolutely.
have the associates. I'm gonna have the AAS
That's fine. That's all you
diesel
need.
Mhm.
mechanics. Yeah,
That's
with the
all you need.
Yeah,
specialty in, like, working
AAS is
on
fine. I mean,
bulldozers, cranes.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing the last courses for, to get all to learn all the stuff about the cranes and bulldozers, the specifications,
Yeah.
of the
Yeah.
machinery for working, not just the truck.
If you can't do it here, you can always go overseas because they don't have enough diesel mechanics overseas for the tractors
yeah,
and stuff like
and they'll
that.
pay you American money too.
And make American money, yeah. And so you're fine.
Big time.
You don't
Okay.
need it any further than that.
Thank you, God.
Just watch your six while you're down there. Some of these places it can be a little bit dangerous, but as long as they have also good security and such.
Yeah.
Um, I just want to mention something, like,
Good.
regarding the whole thing about strokes and heart attacks.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a fact that some people forget. And here's the yin and yang about it regarding the sexes. Men may outnumber women when it comes to heart attacks, but women outnumber men when it comes to strokes. Something to
Yeah.
think about right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And while I'm at it, my last thing to say is to quote, since we were mentioning Pookies earlier, to quote Ron Wills, shout out to all the Pookies, the Ray Rays, and all the homosexuals, because this game of life is like a football game, and those are the offensive linemen that have to take out the big booty Brenda defensive linemen, so all the rest of us receivers, running backs, and QBs can get to the end zone.
Yeah. 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 The Pookies and the homosexuals are part of the ecosystem, right?
Yeah.
Them fours need love too. Okay.
Hmm. Everybody's got a different mission.
Fours, threes, twos, ones, subpar.
I don't know if you want to go down that low. Even homosexuals have limits. Okay.
But what it is,
True.
like in our job market, what's happening? The reason I switched jobs is because, like, the shipping industry ain't the same. Like, I started working for a bakery, right? And I
Uh-huh.
just drive they bread around Missouri and Kansas. So I
Right.
wake up in the morning, I pick up the loads in Nebraska, and I drive them to Missouri, and I'll be back home. I work 12 hours, 6 days a week though. But it's like the brothers was talking about the trucking industry. I think the shipping industry might be stalling a little bit, but I think the trucking industry is actually improving if you work for a company. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Well, shipping is going to pick up is because they have just like under COVID, you have a line of ships out there all the way down the coast that haven't unloaded yet. So it's going to pick up. It's just a matter of time.
Hey, I
But
was
thing,
hoping Art was here so I could joke about working at a bakery with him.
oh,
Mm.
okay, okay. Let me answer this question real quick. Instead of BGS, how rare is a black pill woman that's feminine, and what would be the perspective characteristics you would carry versus a red or blue pill woman?
Good
Okay,
question.
okay. A lot of your high end escorts are feminine, but they're black pill is motherfucker, right? Okay,
Hmm.
okay. A lot of sugar babies, right? Uh, or
Hmm.
sophisticated, but the black pill is a motherfucker. It's the exchange. They have to deal with the exchange of value, right? That's black pill because they see the negative side of men all the time, just like a cop does, right? They can be feminine, but thing is, at their core, okay, the black pill is going to show up. Got to be ready for that. So all your sex workers, okay, your sex workers from the rats all the way up to the feminine high end escorts, they're all black pill. Okay, got to remember that. That's what Joe Smith is finding out about his woman, about his high end uh, high end I won't call it private, but porn worker, right? That's high end, right? Okay, that's 100 octane uh, black pill. Okay, guess what she did when she reverted back to her old ways when it came down to money. You know, she loves him. That's not a square relationship, right? Those are black pill women. Some of your 92s that are feminine are black pill. Okay. They're
Yep.
about transaction, about status, about climbing that ladder. And they will step over you. Okay. They'll leave you in the dust. Gotta be careful. Okay. You can tell a black pill woman because morals are arbitrary. Okay, she might love you, but guess what? I got to move on. Okay, a lot of your high end chicks, 100 octanes, they'll hypergamous. They'll leave you in the dust for the next dude that's up the ladder. But you
Hey,
got to
Look
so
what's
expect.
going on with Puffy,
so
right?
Yeah,
With
BTS is
Puff Daddy, right?
yep.
She
hold
is
on.
100 octane, but she is.
Black,
I don't know
black.
if what's true is true,
Yeah,
but she is claim. If half of that stuff is true, she was willing to do what it takes to get that contract.
yeah, contract. Yep. Go ahead.
So I have a question
Jump
for
in.
you guys. Is it
Hmm.
easier to get a travel like the travel for work than it is for recreation?
What do you
Like
mean?
okay, some countries won't let me in because of my previous record.
Okay,
But is it easier to travel if I'm moving like because they won't give me a certain type of visa?
okay.
But if I get a work visa, is that easier than getting a
If you can get a work visa, that means you're cleared by a company. So that's different. Okay,
okay, okay,
rather than a travel visa. Okay.
okay. Yeah, because I had one on my license like I could go to Mexico and Canada. So they wasn't tripping about me delivering into Mexico and Canada, but I can't go to Canada to hang out. So
Yeah.
like I can go to Canada to drop a load right over the border in New York, but I can't go to Canada to hang out and chill.
With that kind of work visa, that's temporary, and you're there for work, and you're cleared for certain activities. They don't want you to come there and stay because you have issues. Okay.
Okay, yeah, that's how it works in Canada. I can deliver to Canada. I just can't leave the part I'm delivering in and go eat and shit.
Yeah. 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 And that's certain countries that they're pretty strict about that, about depending on what you've done. You know, some companies they don't give a shit about some things outside of like rape and murder. They don't care. Okay. Um, depends on the country.
Patrice
I
O'Neal's a
got
good
one.
example of
I think
that.
I got one of the worst ones. For, like I got like drugs, so I think that's probably the worst.
Yeah, depends. You know, you go to Colombia, they don't give a shit about drugs, man.
I can give you a good example of that. If you remember the comedian Patrice O'Neal.
Yeah.
Okay. In his case, because like when he was 16, he was like charged for with SA when he was
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
16. Although he claims he was innocent, but what happened was like in his final year of life, he traveled to Canada like he always did because he was taking part in the Montreal Comedy Festival and whatnot. So when he drove to the border, they told him stay here because they've been going through the system and they had to reinforce certain things. And he was turned back at the border because he had that prior conviction and he was a registered offender. And he talked about how he was at their how they were like kind of mishand how they kind of like and one it was a French Canadian woman who kind of like just gave him a lot of attitude, a lot of lip about it. And they were trying to tell him you got to sign this. He said, "No, I'll just turn back." So
Well,
yeah, they don't mess around with that shit.
Yeah, normally the employer will actually check that before they actually ask you to drop something off.
Oh,
I
exactly.
had to fight. Like I had to pay like I had to go through like an arbitrary lawyer or something to get my actual ability to travel back.
Okay.
But now but my actual criminal history is like 15 years old. This is from when I was 19. Like
Okay.
as an adult, I've never been in trouble. Like I've never had a criminal case. I've never
Well,
even had a ticket
and
as an adult.
19 is an adult, sir.
Well, I'm talking about like 21 and older. Past
No,
the
no,
age of 21,
past
past the age of 21, I've never been in trouble at
yeah,
all.
but it past the age of 18, it stays
Yeah,
open. You can't have it sealed. Normally, you can't have it sealed.
yeah, yeah. Mine can't still. Mine is federal. It can't
Yeah.
do nothing.
Oh, no, no, no. Well, if you're 17, you can have it sealed.
Yeah, but I'm saying mine is federal. Like I
Yeah.
don't have
No,
state.
you can't.
Like,
Yeah, you
I,
can't. Yeah, yeah, it's kind of hard. Yeah, you have to. You have to work. You have to probably work with the lawyer there to actually kind of bypass that.
Even
Yeah.
then, it's going to take some time,
Yeah.
especially like on
Yeah.
back one, because it's a immigration lawyer you got to talk to regarding that.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
An
Exactly.
immigration lawyer, and because I know some people who are in the states, they got family across the border in Canada, and they had a discretion when they were younger, and because of that, they can't travel and visit family there, and the family over there can't even come over the states.
All right.
I remember
All
it
right.
was like,
All right. Y'all
but
punch the like button, and we're gonna go about 15 more minutes because it's kind of winding down. So
Jules Lee, let me ask you a question.
Yeah, what's up?
Jules,
go ahead.
now you
He's
said your family went through has been through like medical issues like what Rom has been through.
Yeah.
How about
Whoa.
you bored for a second. Say it again.
how severe was it?
Um, both of them can walk. It was caught early, and they had someone around, so they would be able to take them to the hospital
Okay.
immediately.
Okay.
But they were older than I think Rom's like what 50 to 55, somewhere in that
I
neighborhood.
think your rhyme is
Yeah,
56 or 57, something like that.
Yeah, they were
yeah,
about
mid
5 to
fifties.
10 years older,
Hmm.
and so
Mm-hmm.
was able to get my mom there, and then my stepmom was able to get my dad there like within 15
Uh-huh.
30. It's usually that first hour or two is like the most critical. So if you that's when you need to get that there, and they were able to
First
work
3 hours of
through
golden
the
periods, as they call it.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, they were able to
Um,
get treatment, the thinners, and PT, and then bounce back from it.
Yeah.
yeah. The reason I mentioned this is because like I've had that had that in my own family as well. I've mentioned this before, like with my father. It was like he had his when it was like just weeks before his 65th,
Mm.
All right.
and I
Yeah.
remember, and unfortunately, he lost his ability to speak was compromised, but he was able to get back on his feet, but
Yeah.
it was hard to communicate with him, but it was what it was.
Yeah. Go ahead, Doc.
Hello. Again, peace and blessings to all of you.
Hmm.
And once again, this is quite an important topic, and just the range of discussions that we've had also.
Okay. You're going in
I
and out.
just
Repeat
want to
that.
point out
Repeat
two
that.
quick things. Number one is
Say it again.
I just wanted to say there are two quick things. Can you hear me now? Is it better?
Yeah, we got you. Yeah.
All right, awesome. So the first thing is it's so important that we're pulling this show, and of course, I came across Rom through UBGS actually, and it's amazing how, of course, the range of topics that he talks about and how it resonates with the work that you did with that you do with Dr. T. Asan Johnson,
Uh-huh.
um, the messages that the late Kevin was saying, and all the speakers that were there today. And the one thing that keeps striking me is how we learn to value ourselves as black men. Of course, different contexts, but and the moment that starts to happen, you see a reaction from the environment, whether it's black women, whether it's the system. There's that reaction. So that that tells me something in the sense that we are tapping into something that we haven't. Of course, it's still early days and there's still a lot of work to do, but the value that we start to see in ourselves in terms of emotional labor, in terms of reclaiming some of these narratives, is so important because it's a message that is being heard across many different spaces, even in my own spaces now. You BGS have become a staple. So every time we have our discussions, we're like, "Oh, did you listen to that video? Oh, yeah, this
Oh,
is
okay.
very
Oh,
interesting."
I'm honored. I'm honored. Honored.
Yes, and some incredibly high spaces all across the UK, etc., Europe, universities, etc. So, and it's amazing because it's not just about like our personal relationship; it's also how we view the world and everything that's going on, the stuff that you talk about behind the wall, etc.
Yeah. It's all connected.
It's all connected exactly, and there's a through line all across. So it's a really big input that you are changing lives. You've changed my life for sure.
I appreciate you.
Also, this is also flowers to Rom as well, because some of the videos in this unique sort of delivery style, it talks about, you got to do this for yourself, you got to look at yourself in a certain way, etc. That really resonates across the professional, across the family, across the sexual marketplace, all these themes and all these spaces, across nations even.
Hmm.
It's very relevant. I mean, here in Australia, it's extremely relevant because the system is a mirror of what you have in the United States in some ways, not exactly,
Yeah.
but because of that sort of soft power and you know, and culture that transcends across continents, etc. So I just want to appreciate you a lot for that, and again, I want to affirm that this message is being heard and it's shaping a lot of other spaces as well. So 100% agree with you.
Well, you only have to worry about putting your shippers in the pot and adding to it. That's all you can do. That's all you can do.
Exactly, exactly. And I'm learning a lot every time I log in. I learn a lot, and it's still, interacting with you, interacting with the members in the panel, looking at the work you do, the emotional labor work you do. That's amazing. And turning
Well,
that into policy.
yeah, we're trying to change the narrative of that. And I can do it from my perspective. The thing is to actually do the real work. The PhDs have to do that. Okay, they have to put it into the academic sphere and get this stuff changed, get the narrative changed to where we actually get our just to. But it's going to take them to do it. I told Dr. J, I said, you have to, I can't do it. You have to do that. Okay. We can come up with the ideas, but the thing is, it has to be your name and your CV on that book and on those papers because it will take somebody like you to actually change it. And you and
Absolutely,
Dr. Gary, yeah.
absolutely, absolutely. And I've started to see some of that in slightly different spaces because I also engage, let's say, for example, in the international environment governance space, and you
Mhm.
you really see these narratives across there,
Right,
and it's amazing, like how the transmission of this narrative has been,
right,
um, and we're starting to see some slight pushback also in policy, led by, like you say, the PhDs, the policy people, etc.
right, right.
There's a small cohort of people who are starting to do it, and in large part, it goes back to the work that you do. Actually, they listen to it and they're like, "Oh, this is very interesting.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
how
yeah.
do we approach this issue X or issue Y, whether it's the economy, whether it's environment, whatever it is,
Mm-hmm.
using this as a lens?
Mm-hmm.
How have we framed how we understand how societies respond to these things, etc.
Yep.
So yeah,
And
so
then,
it's just giving me flowers and saying this is important stuff. It resonates in so many ways,
yeah,
and
yeah.
endorse
I
Rom again.
did. Ideas are like seeds. Okay, with fertile soil, they'll populate.
Absolutely, absolutely. So asking around, but to give me flowers while you're still here is absolutely important. So keep going.
I think that is that G. Okay, no, he's on the road. You're on the road. Okay, that's different. Let me answer this question about Atlanta being the gynocracy. Okay, who's in charge and who runs Atlanta, man? The women run Atlanta. Okay, your mayors, your police chiefs, your councilmen, your teachers, your academics, okay, your strippers, women. Okay, they run Atlanta. That's the gynocracy central. In fact, if somebody was just showing me this chick that's supposed to be something, I guess a mayor in one of those towns in Georgia, right? Where she locked out the whole city council. It's just run amok. Your judges and all this kind of stuff. They're all ran by black women. Okay. Okay.
DAs, a lot of
DAs.
police, hire people in the police office. I
Yep.
mean, Atlanta's like 45 to 50% black.
Yeah.
And then the white folks live on the outskirts.
Yeah.
Right? Like some of them live in Buckhead, but a lot of them, they're out in like Duluth, DeKalb, all these places that are northwest suburbs, northeast suburbs.
Yep.
They're in Alpharetta or whatever. Like
Yep.
Atlanta proper, black people run a lot of that economy.
Black women run it. Okay.
Yeah.
Not even
Well,
question.
yeah.
Black women run it. Okay. They run that shit. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, there's men on the council, but they defer to the women.
They defer to the women. It's the gynocracy central. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a gynocratic, black gynocratic mecca. It's Atlanta. Okay.
And I'll tell you,
I gotta. So
wealth and equality you'll see there.
Hold on, G. Go ahead, Jules.
When I was at the conclave, right? I was outside, having a cigarette and a coffee and just chilling out. And I saw in 1 minute, country punkin' black man who had some money pulled up in, I want to say it was a BMW 6 Series, looking good. Stepped out, went to the hotel, valet park, and then another black man. He looked like a stubbed out cigarette butt, like no shirt, no shoes, pants ratty as hell, walking down the center of the street. Like with a blanket all over his shoulders. Like in just that 1 second, I was like, oh, you can be really good or really bad.
Yep. Yeah. Or if you're a black man, that can be any place in the world. Okay? Any place in the United States. Okay. Really good.
I mean, Los Angeles,
I ain't want to talk about Los Angeles. That's a whole different show. Los Angeles, no respect of persons, right? White or black, anybody can get it. Okay. In LA.
Yeah.
Anybody got San Francisco, LA, anybody can get it.
Well, no, I was saying like LA at one point, the homeless population was like 80% black, and like out of that 90% were black men. So it was crazy.
Crazy, yeah. Yep. But the thing is, they don't count all the white people in tents. Okay. It's almost count the people downtown. They don't count all the white people in the campers and tents. They don't count them, which you see all the time. Okay.
Yep.
They just clean up San Francisco from the streets because she was in. They had to move like 20,000 people off the streets. That's how bad it is.
Shit on the streets.
Yep. They had to move 20,000 people. That shows you what's going on. But anyhow, y'all, closing thoughts, real quick. Y'all want to say something? Closing thoughts.
I just want to say to each and every one of y'all up in here, y'all ain't shit, and God bless y'all for it. Good night.
Good night. Okay. Who else?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Everybody,
I just want to say,
brother Rom.
Okay, go ahead, G.
Brother Rom. I'll see you on the next one.
All right, G. Okay. All right, who's next?
Yeah, just want to say. Oh,
go ahead.
No, go ahead, Doc.
Oh, thank you. I just want to say thank you very much for this, and again to everybody in the panel, a lot of respect. We keep feeding off this knowledge. It's important. So thank you so much, and get well soon, Rom. Yep.
All right. Who's next?
Thanks for having me up. I would say, Rom, get well. You will bounce back. It'll take a little bit of time. Anybody who's in the audience who wants to see game in action, there's a good stream with Rom BGS from probably like 4 or 5 years ago, where he pretty much showed how a man can be in the game. It was an excellent way. I don't even know if I believed him, but I believed him all the way through. Like he was so good at just being.
Oh no, he's done it. So he's not.
I was like, oh, I get why this guy is the man, right? Yeah. Like he's a charmer. He's well read. He's got the disposition. He knows what he's talking about.
Oh yeah, he's well practiced. Yeah. And
but I want to see him bounce back and come back when he's ready. But thank you for having me up, and I hope everyone else sends something to his Cash App or his PayPal.
Yeah, if it's only $1, man, BGS taxes, especially enforced, right? Uh, you scroll back, it should be someplace on there where his Cash App is, man. Send him a buck or two. Don't have to be crazy if you don't have it, but everybody can afford $1. Okay, and we still had 200 people watching, so every dollar counts. So
Yeah, I'll go next just because I'm getting ready to go to bed. But first of all, Rom, get well. I dropped five. I dropped five on the wing fund for you, and the one of the best quotes that I heard from Ron Wells was, "You can heal from anything except death." And I was like, you know what? That's dope. That really that lets you know, the type of guy he is, man, the level of determination that he has. So, other than that, my closing remarks are: get well. BGS, thanks for having me on, and I'll holler at y'all later, man. I gotta
all
get
right,
some sleep.
all right. Thanks for coming by, man. Okay. Anybody else? Last call for alcohol. If that's it, I will see you guys later. I don't think Art is on tonight, so we'll see who else is up, and I'll see you guys later. All right, peace out.